Hola, hola, ¿qué tal? Bueno, bienvenidos a todos los que se conectan a este primer Meetup online de la comunidad Perú .NET Development, llamado Geek PechaKucha Round 2. Y aquí esta es la segunda edición del evento que hacemos. La primera fue aquí en Lima de forma presencial en las oficinas de Transact, unos buenos aliados que tenemos que siempre nos están apoyando con el espacio para realizar distintos eventos. Entonces, bienvenidos a todos. Para quienes no nos conocen y es la primera vez que se suman, somos una comunidad de aquí de Lima, Perú, que organizamos distintos meetups en formato virtual, presencial, para compartir sobre distintas tecnologías y con el foco en .NET en muchos de los casos. Eso. Marlon, quien está aquí, también colabora en la organización de distintos eventos, al igual que yo. Marlon.
Hola, ¿cómo están? Voy a dar la presentación en inglés para las personas que están en inglés. Welcome. Good morning. Well, if you're in Peru, good morning. Welcome, everyone. I extend a warm welcome to you all. We are the community Perú.NET Development. We are mainly focused on performing live presentations like in this format, virtually or presentially. In this occasion, we wanted to do these presentations in the format PechaKucha, and the idea is to convey and practice all our skills that are involved in this format. So good luck to you all, and I go back to Julissa.
Thank you. Ok, algunos de los recordatorios para este meetup, pues siéntanse libres de compartir sus preguntas, cosas por el estilo a través del chat. Van a ser respondidas cuando el speaker o la speaker termine de hacer su presentación para mantener un orden y disfruten el evento y no olviden compartir el live stream en sus redes sociales para ayudarnos a llegar a más personas.
Yeah, so in this occasion, these are the rules, like you can see on the slide. The questions are at the end of the presentation to not interrupt or cut off the flow of the person who is talking, the speaker. And well, to begin with, to start this off, well, we're going to do the welcome to Stephanie Sandoval Osco with a PechaKucha title, Too Young to Lead.
Antes de ir con Stephanie, brevemente, la estructura del evento. Bueno, vamos a explicar, yo creo que en menos de un minuto, qué es un PechaKucha. Y bueno, vamos a tener estas presentaciones dinámicas y luego algún comentario final o closing remarks para cerrar el evento. Entonces, vamos con Stephanie mejor, para no alterar la agenda. Entonces vamos a darle la bienvenida a Stephanie, que ya está con nosotros en el backstage. Y vamos a aprovechar los espacios de la sesión informativa para darle más información sobre esto. ¿Sí? Stephanie, ¿estás con nosotros?
Sí, hola, ¿qué tal? Aquí estoy.
Hola Stephanie, ¿cómo estás?
Un poco nerviosa, la verdad, pero animada por compartir acerca de mi experiencia.
Súper. Bueno, el escenario es tuyo cuando gustes. Las reglas más o menos para que todos las sepan. Tenemos 10 minutos donde una parte va a estar dedicada a que Stephanie pueda presentarse para que todas la conozcan y la otra parte para que pueda ya dar el PechaKucha en sí.
Yeah, so the rules are there are just a few minutes for the speakers to present themselves, and then they kickstart the PechaKucha itself. So good luck, Stephanie.
Thank you. Okay, I share my screen. Yeah. Okay. Hello, everyone. I am happy about coming to this presentation. Thanks for this opportunity to the Perú NET team. My name is Stephanie Sandoval. I am team leader in Profuturo FP, and with my team, create and develop applications web for our customers. I've been working in technology areas in different companies for around 9 years. I am system engineer, and I am pleased to share my experience today in PechaKucha. So let's start. Well, all remember the start of the pandemic in 2020, which forced us to adapt quickly. By 2021, I moved from fearing COVID to reflecting on what I wanted in my personal and professional life. I entered a new job. There are several challenges. My team worked remotely and already had an established work way. At first, it was difficult to build a relation with them, especially considered that they were all older than me. At the beginning, it was hard. Why? I was a young person with little experience to leadership or multidisciplinary team, and I had doubts what it was really to lead a team. I listened about micromanagement, and anything else. I felt that I didn't deserve that position because I believe didn't have the abilities and experience to lead. The imposter syndrome took over me. I began to question me on what being a leader meant to me. I kind of a leader I want to be, why I aspire to it, and what I need to become a one. My first step was know what were my strengths and weaknesses. Listing and making them visible was a key step in creating a clear and effective growth plan. And also, I use a test to determine my values and principles, and in consequence, start to define my leadership style. I could identify in what I had that improve. Also, how could I help my team grow? I use different tools and mindset like Scrum, Management 3.0, and continue improve. This is a Management 3.0. Help me to know the motivators and establish better relationship with my team at the beginning. I use movie motivator, happiness door, kudo cards, and other tools. Besides, continuous improvement had become part of our DNA as a team. We, not only me, we understand that always we could do better. Also, the agile practice help us. We use the retrospective. How a space to express sincerity is something didn't well. That need to correct and propose improvements. This space generate us trust and support between us. In addition, during the feedback was I can establish expectations with my team and know them more. It's important that communication is bidirectional with the points to be discussed and love agreements that can be fulfilled. This is a good option. for the leaders, because the leaders can also ask the team for feedback and to validate the results that the Johari window reveals to us. The Johari window helped me clarify whether my perception of myself as a leader aligned with my team's perception. It's a good option if you want to improve in leadership. And also it's important that teams should develop and committed to establishing action plans that are clear, measurable, and achievable. Everything mentioned above can help improve the team, be fostering a commitment and responsibility. As leaders, our goal is to achieve the cohesion and strengthen teamwork through empathy and self-knowledge. And one of the great lessons I take as a leader is learning from mistakes. Something I believe the team has also been able to internalize. Because the mistake is not bad, it's not failing, but it's not learning from those mistakes to achieve the success we all desire. My team understood it this way. We continue progressing in our continuous improvement process. Okay, and also, be leader is not only the leader improve oneself. The leader should be improve to all the team, to all the members of the team. My recommendation for you who recently began to lead people or wants to be leader, you don't worry, you need to start to experiment and find tools that function for you. And the most important of leadership or your transformation, improvement is enjoy the path to leadership with success and errors. And finally, there is no appropriate age to lead because we constantly, with our relations, make it inclusive from childhood. Believe in yourself and in your abilities. Even if we prepare, I will never truly know if we're ready until we're there to try and learn from the failures along the way. Thank you.
Gracias, Stephanie. No sé si alguien en el chat tiene alguna pregunta. Marlon, ¿algún comentario?
I really like the presentation, Stephanie. I've got a really brief question. So you mentioned about you learn from mistakes. How important is learning from your own mistakes, but also other people's mistakes?
Okay. The mistakes is very important, not only in the leadership, also in the life, because people can do mistakes in the job or me or another person, but the compromise to improve and use these mistakes to change in the life is, for me, is very important, no? Mainly in when you teamwork.
Yeah. That's a great answer. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Stephanie. Gracias, Stephanie. Ha sido bonito tenerte. Tenemos otra pregunta de Gustavo, pero por el tiempo te invitamos a que la puedas responder por el chat, por favor. Te pregunta ¿cuál es el desafío más difícil con el que te has enfrentado en tu experiencia laboral? Así que eso. Bueno, un aplauso para Stephanie.
Gracias.
Y ahora, siguiendo con la agenda, vamos a darle el pase a Marlon. Marlon va a presentar el siguiente PechaKucha, que es acerca de algo interesante. No voy a hacer spoiler, así que Marlon, el escenario es tuyo.
Thank you, Julissa. So first, let me introduce myself. My name is Marlon. Well, Marlon Peña. I'm from Lima, Peru. I'm software engineer. I've been working as this profession for around 13 years, and well, mostly of my experience have been designing systems and doing programming tasks. But I'm open to any kind of topic that involves technology. So without further ado, let me share the presentation for this occasion. Just 1 second here. And there you go. Okay. So have you heard of this thing called quantum computing? Maybe you have heard some latest news about this topic, maybe events coming from Google or IBM. So in this occasion, I want to try to give some insight about this topic that might sound scary or intriguing. So we don't have much time. Let's go straight into how a quantum computer looks like. And there you go. This is how quantum computer looks like, but not really. So this is only one of its parts. This is only one of its components. And yet this golden chandelier-like thing is to be believed to be a quantum computer. To me, it looks like something straight out of a science fiction movie. And this makes me wonder, is this quantum computing actually a thing, or it's just science fiction? This question has brought some controversies in the science world and in society. And I'm going to show you two roads to answer this question. So let's explore this road. The base that underpins quantum computing is called quantum mechanics. This theory, maybe you have heard of the famous cat whose owner, a scientist called Erwin Schrödinger, made experiment with this cat, a box, some radioactive element, a hammer, and a bottle of poison. Well, this theory is the foundation for quantum computing. So everything that holds true for this theory, it is true also for quantum computing. So quantum mechanics, it is a long-standing field. All the concepts, studies, experimentation have their roots in the year 1900. A long road for this field that had its bigger expansion time from the 1900 to the year 1930, where figures like Max Planck, Albert Einstein, Niels Bohr, and some other scientists found out breakthrough discoveries. And thanks to these discoveries, thanks to this theory, a vast number of objects were built, which are the basis for electronic devices. Objects like transistors, resistors, integrated circuits that make up the electronic computers that we see and use nowadays. So these little components, these little electronic components, replace the big electric components that were used to build electromechanical computers. these big monstrous mainframes, like you can see, they were really big, and is these electronic components, such as relays and vacuum tubes, which are very large, enable these quantum mechanics, enable that components become smaller, and we now have computers at home. So quantum mechanics is the base for all these electronic devices we see and use every day. And yes, yet electronic computers, what about quantum computers? But let's see what quantum computers struggles nowadays. So electronic computers are amazing, yes, but they aren't a solution for every kind of problem humanity tried to overcome. One area where electronic falls on its face is simulation and modeling. Simulation and modeling are long processing tasks which require a great amount of time to produce results. I'm not talking about just days or even months, but I'm talking about years and decades. High processing electronic computers take years to only, for instance, discover a new prime number. These are the kind of problems that electronic computers are facing nowadays. So, okay, scientists around the world said about 4 decades ago, hey, this quantum mechanics theory has worked so far to make the electronic computers. But okay, these electronic computers have seemingly reached their limit. There must be a way to use quantum mechanics to build a new kind of computer. And after years of researching, a well-known scientist posited we should use this theory and apply it to make a new way on how machines do computational tasks. This postulate was trying to lay out the foundations for what will become quantum computing. So a new field emerged, but how would it be possible to use quantum mechanics for this computational purpose? So to recap a bit, in electronic computers, we have the bit. This is the minimum unit of information, which can have two values, 0 and 1. But there's no intermediate value, like zero point 0.5 or 0.7. In electronic computers realm, there are no such values. However, in quantum computing, the minimum unit of information is the qubit. And as you can see, here is represented as a sphere. And it is represented that way because a qubit can hold multiple values at the same time. Like the Schrodinger's cat, whether it can be alive or dead, the qubit can have any value between 0 and 1 or multiple values at the same time. How is this even possible? How could a cat be alive or dead at the same time? Well, normal cats can, but in the subatomic level, that's how quantum mechanical works. In this level, particles like photons, electrons, among others exist. And classical physics does not apply here, but quantum physics. And there's lots out there, there's lots of material about what the main principles are for a photon and other elemental particles, principles like superposition, entanglement, and others. But I don't want to go into these details, just see the overall picture. And the qubits in electronic computers have inside these photons that have all these properties. And right now, the main challenges for quantum computer are to develop components and create the required state for these qubits to be in a coherent state long time enough to make possible the computational tasks. And this amount of time isn't necessary hours, just fraction of minutes. What Google and IBM and other companies involved in quantum computing are doing recently is just developing some quantum chips and that allows the qubits to be in a coherent state for just a few minutes. This is a race, and these companies are not the only racers. Entire countries like China are trying to win this race and lead the quantum computing supremacy. And last but not least, circling back to the original question, is quantum computing a real thing, or it's just science fiction? There are people out there, different kinds of people, scientists like the man on the slide, Sir Roger Penrose, and engineers claiming that quantum mechanics is incomplete or wrong. Others saying that this is just a scam seeking for funds, and that this quantum mechanics is just theory, but it is not practical. So I want to finish off by calling to action. We are engineers, we do practical stuff, but I want to encourage you to embrace science and the opportunities that come with all these unsolved challenges. Wake up your inner young and wake their curiosity, that curiosity we all had when we were children. Remember, together we can reshape the future of computing. And that's all. Thank you very much.
That's great. So maybe a question, if nobody has one. What's one practical application of this topic that maybe excites you?
Yeah, so practical applications now are this discovering from new drugs that will attack mainly, for instance, diseases like cancer or these difficult diseases. So by doing simulations, and many times they can find different strategies, different ways to fight off these diseases.
That's great. So we have a comment from Angelina who said que aprendió algo.
Muchas gracias. Thank you very much.
So I think it's my turn.
Okay. Voy a presentar ahora a Julissa también con un tema muy sensacional para todos. It's time for Julissa to be the speaker and give her a warm welcome. And the scenario is yours, Julissa.
Okay, thank you. I see my screen. Everything looks great. So, okay, let me introduce myself. Hi, everyone. I'm so happy to be here today. So, my name is Julissa Rodriguez. I'm from Lima, Peru. The topic for today will be radical candor. What else about me? I enjoy to spend my time in the communities like this. And I'm also training for my first half marathon, so wish luck for me. But yeah, let's start. So imagine a workplace where honesty and kindness coexist, where feedback isn't feared but welcome, where every conversation leads to growth. Welcome to Radical Candor, the art of giving candid feedback with a smile. I'm Julissa Rodriguez, and today let's explore how to transform workplace conversations. Did you know 69% of managers avoid giving difficult feedback? This creates miscommunication, wasted talent, and unresolved problems. The result could be low morale, stunted growth. So it's clear we need a better way. And that's where radical candor comes in. Radical candor balances two behaviors, caring personally and challenging directly. It's not about being nice or harsh. It's about being honest in a way that shows you care. So to understand this better, let's look at its foundations. The two pillars. Okay. The two pillars, care personally and challenge directly, work like supports. Without care, challenge feels harsh. Without challenge, care feels empty. Together, they create trust and growth. Let's break these pillars down further. Care personally means breaking the wall between professional and personal. It's about celebrating success, supporting during tough times, and showing genuine investment in growth. And what about the second pillar? Well, challenging directly, it's an act of belief. It says, I see your potential and I'm here to help you grow. It requires clarity, courage, and care to perfect balance. And how does this balance show in communication? Feedback falls into four quadrants. Radical candor combines care and challenge. Renault's empathy lacks challenge. Obnoxious aggression lacks care. Manipulative insincerity lacks both. Recognizing this improves how we communicate, but mistakes can still happen. Being too late, attacking the person instead of the behavior, or being passive aggressive. So avoid this, please, and you'll build better habits. So let's move on to preparation. Prepared with specific examples, clear goals, and an open mind. Think about the impact and solutions you will share. Preparation increase the success. And don't forget timing. Timing is crucial. And why? Because immediate feedback works best when delivered in private, calm settings where both parties are receptive, and the right moment will be create the right impact. Now, let's talk structure. Good feedback has three parts: observation, impact, and next steps. For example, here's what I notice, here's why it matters, and here's what we can do next. Simple but effective. Body language also plays a key role. Your body speaks volumes, open posture, balanced eye contact, and receptive expression create trust. So match your message with your movement, where your movements, sorry, for emotional alignment. And don't forget to listen. Listening is a superpower. Show you are present by asking questions, paraphrasing, or understanding their perspective. Remember, feedback is not a dialogue. It's it's a dialogue, not a monologue. So ask questions, be present, please. And after the conversation, what happened? Well, feedback doesn't end after the talk. Check in, celebrate progress, and adjust plan as needed. Follow ups ensure continuous growth and trust. Now, let's see radical candor in action through some examples. Radical candor could be great, for example, in a specific individual contributor role. So imagine we have a person called Alex, who is a junior developer who improved their code quality by, I don't know, 80% in 3 months, thanks to a team lead who combined weekly feedback with personal mentoring. So we notice a care plus challenge equals growth. Radical candor also transforms teams. A product team transforms silent meetings into innovation hubs by applying radical candor. Feedback roles create a safe space and ideas increase by 2000% maybe. Um, what's the measurable part or the impact? Well, teams using radical candor report 60% more participation, 40% faster conflict resolution, and 50% better team satisfaction. Numbers that show you the power of better conversation. And maybe you are intrigued about what are the long-term benefits? Well, radical candor builds trust-based cultures, boosts innovation, and creates resilient teams. When feedback flows freely, growth becomes continuous. And how can you start applying this? Start small. Pick one pending conversation, prepare using this framework, and have it. With practice, radical candor becomes second nature. And finally, a call to action. The time to start is now. Every conversation is an opportunity to build stronger relationships and better teams. what will you transform today with radical candor? And thank you.
Muy bonita presentación, Julissa. Very nice presentation. Guys, if you have any questions for her, just feel free to reach out. I've got a comment. So radical candor, have you gotten to apply this concept into your current work?
Yes. The fact is, the old CDO that worked with us in the actual job recommended me this framework in order to increase my abilities to be a better manager or a better lead in my actual job. So I learned a lot of using this and applying with my college. It's an interesting topic. So if you are interested also, this topic has a book, and I could send the link through the chat or through the comments.
Yeah, that would be useful. Thank you. Okay, Julissa, go back to you.
Ok, switch, nos movemos a español de nuevo. Bueno, en la agenda ahora tenemos a Michelle. Michelle ya está en el backstage. Michelle, perdona por pasarnos unos minutitos, pero aquí estamos. Hola Michelle, ¿cómo estás?
Hola, bien, bastante bien acá. Emocionada, no te preocupes. Tu charla estuvo maravillosa y es el día a día que tenemos todos cuando estamos trabajando. Estoy muy genial todo y ya estamos listos para poder empezar. Muchas gracias por la oportunidad de antemano y aquí estamos ya.
Perfecto, entonces, Michelle, el escenario es todo tuyo.
Scenario is yours. Good luck.
Thank you. Okay. Hello everyone. My name is Michelle Giron. I am a developer software and also a QA tester, and I work at in a fintech called Surfinsa, that is for electronic payments, the famous POS. So we're going to start our presentation because I have started with .NET. We don't have that be very certain with .NET because it's a language that is a challenge for me, but I started to understand better when I started to be a professional. So I'm going to start my presentation, and I'm going to share screen. Okay. Oh, yeah, we are here. Okay. And the topic that I'm going to talk about is .NET AI and DevOps, powering the next generation of intelligent APP. And for understand this, we're going to start meeting the core trio, and is starting for .NET, a robust framework for building diverse applications for mobile, web, desktop, using C# or F#. I'm sorry. Well, the second is the brain. The AI enables intelligence behavior in application from an algorithm, and with that, personalized decisions. And the construction crew. The construction crew is DevOps, because DevOps, yes, to me is a philosophy, a way to live, the way to live. It's a set of practice and a culture that emphasizes collaboration between developers, programmers, management, operations, sales, final user, bosses, product manager, QA tester, etc. So, to understand better this topic, we're going to being at subatomic level. I say that because we are like a children. So it's like a build the house, where .NET is the Angular rock, is the tools, is the woods, the clouds, everything to construct the house, to build the house. AI have 2 points of view. First, the strategies, the plan, the model, how I want my house. And second, create a smart house, like a smart fridge that have something with a click, start to on and off the lights. So AI is that part that starts to help us to make better decisions to, well, my house is for now 1 floor, I want a second floor, so we're going to think better. And the DevOps is the constructors, the people that is going to build the house, to going to smash the house, to cut the woods and start to create. In El Salvador, well, to make a parenthesis, I am from El Salvador. The houses here is not building from woods, it's from cement and something like very very strong, that no matter if a hurricane or something just can destroy the house. So I feel and I think that is a good way to build a house. It's very smart. Now, understanding this analogy, we're going to explain synergy. Synergy. I was explaining here. Synergy. Oh, my goodness, it's very strange. Synergy is when two or more components start to work together to create something better and excellent. We have two kinds of synergy there: .NET and AI. .NET provides the tools and the infrastructure. What means that? Libraries for machine learning with integration with cloud AI service. As an example, Azure, o sea, I mean, cognitive service. I'm not very familiar with Azure, but I love and admire that kind of type of tool. So the second is AI empowers .NET applications. Enables intelligent features like predictive analytics, personalized experience, chatbots, image, and regulations, and everything that you can imagine. So in this point, .NET have libraries, have frameworks to start working with AI and have a solution for or properly create something that we want. And the second synergy is DevOps and AI. AI is for everything and is here not for take our jobs or anything else. AI help us to create, to make reality our ideas. So AI automates DevOps and is used to predict issues, to create things and strategies to collaborate, for collaboration and to collaborate with other people. DevOps accelerates AI development and is creating algorithms, pipelines, and start to understand better how we can make it better, make a better performance using DevOps as a as a tool. And also, I there enters what Julissa told us in the before presentation, the candor. How I can how I can that have that my team start to work better. So then the eye is like, oh, you can use the the candor as an example. So this is to understand better synergy. I create a Venn diagram from scratch because I investigate a lot about .NET AI. DevOps is one of my things that I started to work. But if we okay, I was only doing that. So we have synergy done it at DevOps. There we have a this part. Why is a better solution to have those three elements? And in a personal thinking, I can say that is something that I would like to try um, to investigate more. And for more things, we're going to talk more about next generation intelligent apps. We have healthcare, finance, customer service in manufacturing. Healthcare, we can say like personalized uh, personalized diagnosis. As an example, I don't like that example because it's the most casual, and it's like, oh, I'm going to search all my stuff that I feel. Oh my god, it's cancer. No, no, it doesn't work like that. It's like, well, I'm going to make a input of a form, fill all the inputs, and then I start to, well, you need a study about that. You need to make a diet, and this is uh, a recipe medication in order to have a good health. That's in healthcare. Help to create diagnosis, but based in studies, not only I have cancer. No, no, no. I don't like that. And finance is my favorite because all my life I work in banks, in programs like that. So fraud detection, as example, is the card detection. Someone stole my card, then clone my card. And how intelligent can be a, a, a machine to know that the card that they have is a cloned card? Algorithm trading, personal financial advice, but using context. Customer service is chatbots calling because no, we have the solution that sometimes AI can use voice to make it better the the experience as a customer service. In manufacturing, that is to look better uh, quality, specific strategies. So also add more. I am forgetting something. I'm going to yeah, personal recommendations, predictive decisions, and trying to improve better the process. Key considerations, ethics. We need AI that have that are that respect the privacy, that doesn't have biases, that have some rules of moral, ethics, and try to help us. And there is data. We're going to train the intelligence artificial with responsibility and security. Try that the data, the information, the training that we are having with the artificial intelligence, sorry, is the most clear and the most correct. Conclusion and last words. Well, no matter what, it's a call to action. At least you need to try to involve with the AI, not only creating things, but using that, collaborate with that, nourish the AI. Yeah, you can create with the core trio that we start talking today. We can start working and trying to do something better, and you can use AI is not here for it's only for people who knows math, it's only for people who knows more the science, quantum science, possibilities, statistics. No, AI is here to help us to make better our life. So stop having a little afraid about that. It's going to start something. You can create also a little dendrite. Dendrite is minor than a neuron in order to start creating better things. And that's my conclusion in last course. And I want to finish, finish this presentation with this thought. Programming is not about typing, it's about thinking. And that's why AI exists. It's a collaboration of all the people, ideas that connect each other in order to create better things. Not so everything is to create, not only coding, creating strategies, creating everything. That's my presentation. Hope you could like it. Thank you so much. Just that.
Muy bonita presentación, Michelle.
What happened? Marlon.
Hola, disculpa.
Hola. Ay, ¿qué te había pasado?
No te preocupes, está muy bien. Me encantó la pizarra, la verdad, una muy buena charla. Me encantó muy bien. Así que, Julissa, ¿algún comentario?
Estoy leyendo los comentarios, pero perdón. Ok, ya. Estuvo bastante bueno, sí, coincido con Marlon en que la pizarrita estuvo bastante cool.
Sí.
Creo que va a quedar en la memoria de muchos. Pero eso, no sé. ¿Tienes alguna pregunta, Marlon? No olviden que pueden dejar sus preguntas en el chat. Así que eso, invitamos igual a que sigan a Michelle en sus redes. Dejamos la agenda aquí. Lo voy a poner en el chat. Para que puedan ir a picarle a las charlas, las descripciones y bueno, van a encontrar las redes de Michelle. Así que no olviden seguirla también.
Gracias, okay. Michelle. Gracias.
Ya, by the way, solo decirles que Marlon, estamos macheando. Okay.
Igual.
Chao. Coincidencia.
Chao.
Chao.
Entonces, ahora es turno de darle pase a la siguiente charlista. En este caso tenemos a Victoria Ubaldo. Oh, Marlon.
Yeah. So this time, the turn is for Victoria Ubaldo, and an excellent talk, PechaKucha talk. So we're looking forward to hearing this presentation.
Hi, everyone. Hello. I'm really, it's an honor to be here with in this this is my first time here and doing a talk with Perú NET Development. So thank you, Julissa, to invite me. Hello, everyone. I'm ready to start my presentation.
Okay.
All yours.
So let me second to share my screen. Okay. Is sharing my screen? Yes, cool. Well, hello everyone. Very happy to be here in this Saturday morning. Well, my talk is about tokens and embeddings from scratch. So if you are interested about AI, machine learning, or also for generative AI, let's start for the talk. My name is Victoria Ubaldo. I'm a data engineer for an Interbank here in Lima. I'm also a Women Tastemaker ambassador for many years. And I'm a professor from UPC in the Faculty of Computer Science. So I'm very happy. Let's start with confidently welcome to everyone. For hi Roberto, Italo, Stephanie, and I'm going to check the chat. So send me message or any question do you have from the talk. Well, let's start about searching. Who knows when was your first time search something in Google? I remember many years ago when I was a child. I was going to the cabin and work for one soles. I rent my computer to search something in Google in these years. I was used to search about, I don't know, for music, images, a game. No, I in these times I didn't know how's work that in the system. How can search my questions in the computer. Also, my questions for that year was very simple. No, for example, I don't know, questions about my academics or my school or something very short. But nowadays, these two tools the most how can I say, the most popular hype tools that I think you know about ChatGPT or Gemini. Let me chat who used ChatGPT yesterday or today, for example. I don't know. Hi, Angelina. Hi, Stephanie. I suppose everyone used in the last week ChatGPT or Gemini to ask questions, to help for the work, for help for anything. But inside, you can, for example, listen about LLMs, large models, or about GPTs, or that kind of things that could be more advanced or could be more difficult to learn. But in this talk, we're going to learn more the fundamentals of the power of that system of models who work with ChatGPT. Right. Okay, let's start about tokenizations. Right? If you search about token, you can see how easy the word. No, you can split for individual word. I don't know, is this the screen is very high for that for the word is in the bottom, but in this system you can split your sentence, your word, and this is tokenization. For example, for hello everyone, for PechaKucha round 2. This page says that tokens we have 11 and characters 38. So you can see that tokens is not that similar for each word. It depends of the subwords or the subtokenizations, right? So let's see what about or why it's important to organizations in nowadays. Tokenization is the foundation for Gen AI. We work or we use also a lot of message or text if you use WhatsApp or Instagram or these two channels to send messages for our friends or family. We send text, we send words or paragraph of or well more message for WhatsApp or also the recorder, no, recorder of voice recorder. But that in the funnel to or the pipeline to set to send that if you say for example, hello Julissa, the system only detects not detects if change for tokens and also for numbers to then understand and then recompose the text to send you for her or anyone to send the message. And also in Gen AI is very important because the power on the complexity of the computer nowadays. We need more efficiency, more power of how you send the data, how can use the models or AI or machine learning to work with data. So tokenization is one of the most important foundations for Gen AI for work with large language models. Let's talk about subwords now. For example, we have two examples here. Extraordinary. If you remember your classes of many years ago for language classes, for Spanish or for English, how you separate the word with the principal or the consonant, or I don't know, for that kind of classes. You remember how you can explore extraordinary. Ordinary is the base word, and then you can add other words between there or after or before. And also these systems help us to when we can use the search engine, and that search is not similar like when you work with SQL, when you search a word with I don't know how is the percentage, the percentage of the word. Imagine for working with big data with all the kind of different words or different language also. So two word, like I said, longer word can be split into smaller units. We can find more efficiency with the search engine. And also you can try these systems of how tokenizations are. Where you can use this link platform openai.com/tokenizer. What are embeddings too? Embeddings help us to transform text, images, or audio into numerical vectors. We have an example here, the cat sat on the mat. This is our sentence. Then we go to tokenization. Tokenization, we convert each word in a number and a token ID. And also the token ID is relation with a word. Then for help to the system not going to read the token, the embeddings models help us to read the numbers. So embeddings models use the extract that two group of tokens and then save us in the vector database. And that is how can improve your applications, your zero applications in embeddings models. How can you resonate of two words or more words in, for example, if we have more, for example, cat or dogs or more words in the same syntax in the same context. Okay, words embeddings are very similar, right? For example, we have the example of dog and puppy. Dog and puppy have this group of embeddings, and also you see that both have the similar score, okay, the similar score. Then we imagine that we can translate this group of numbers or code in a dimension like similar in the right side. Puppy and dog are very near because share the same vector space. Very different on the love distance of houses or cat. Other example to see how work puppy and dog is that in the bottom in the left side you can see puppy and dog with similar colors. And houses is not the same context. When you search about animals, dog or puppy, it's very difficult to find some results about houses. So, and that's why working with if the token is learning about that kind of context, houses have the low the low scores for this context of or animals. Okay. Well, that is the two principal concepts of that. Well, this is my short example. So how can use tokens embeddings, and also one tip more is when you're going to start learning about natural language process or LLM. It's important to understand how is working embeddings to build your architectures in LLM. Nowadays, if you work or use TensorFlow or PyTorch or technologies using different kind of clouds, Azure or just that analytics service, they offer you some models or the principal models or the foundation models that contain embeddings and that contain how can you split your models, your text with tokens. So if you want to customize that, you need to learn with using Python or R, how can distribute your embeddings or your tokenize depends on the kind or the context of the text. Okay. Okay. Well, my last one of my last slides is a quote or how you can remember this. Not only my presentations, is also all the presentation about programming or building things. Remember that programming is not just about learning language, it's about solving problems and creating new things. Also, if we talk about tokenize or embeddings of all the new things you will to learn today, not only focus for the learn or memorize the how can use the tool, or the language, it's very important how can apply that in real problems in the real world. And that's it. Thank you so much to see my talk. You can follow me like PechaKucha in Instagram, and if you can connect, if you want to some advice on mentoring, you can follow me in also and connect in LinkedIn. So thank you. Very happy to see your questions.
Okay. Thank you, Vicky. It was a great presentation. I really like it. So, siéntanse libres de enviar preguntas a través de los comentarios.
Yeah, that was a really nice presentation, Victoria. I really like it. And yeah, feel free to reach out also to Vic on their social network, LinkedIn. So yeah, and leave their questions out there.
I have one. Vicky, what is the biggest challenge when working with tokens for embeddings? Maybe you could share some advices.
I think it's any challenge when you work with data. It's important to how can use how is the data set you work that was you work. For example, if it's a text from social media, you need to clean that. You need to clean the hashtags or the users. If you use data, for example, for recordings or for transcriptions of recordings for call centers. Also, you need to the data processing is a good point to start to because it's a point if you not clean or processing very well your tokenized and also the model the performance is not with this not going to very well. So one kind I remember one I in my master when I use Spanish and Quechua data set, I trying to clean from social media and the tokenized use for that kind of those different language. That challenge was for cleaning, for processing in Python also, was there for many hours. I remember trying to send my code and wait for 2 hours to processing, only for processing. And then for tokenize, you see from you're going to only configure some short line of code, then to save that in embeddings to work with LLMs. The LLMs is is other page, but also have some challenge for how is the context, right? In the example, we have on example of the context for animals, but I remember if you work with, for example, for medical context, or is necessary to check how is your source for data to maintain that to reduce the bias also for the data.
Yeah, that's amazing. Thank you very much, Victoria. Any words, Julissa?
Oh, I'm muted. Sorry. No, not at my end.
Okay. Okay.
Gracias,
Thank you, Victoria.
Vicky.
Thank you, gracias.
Ok, ahora es tiempo de presentar a la siguiente charla. En este caso, revisamos la agenda y en la agenda tenemos ahora a Dani Moreno, que nos va a hablar sobre un tema bastante interesante. Así que démosle. Vamos a agregar a Dani por aquí. Hola, Ani,
Hola, ¿cómo andan?
¿cómo estás? Bien, bien, por acá.
Bien, contenta de acompañarlos acá, me encanta.
Yeah, so nice to meet you, Vani. We are really looking forward to your presentation, and the scenario is yours.
Okay, I'm going to present. ¿Se puede ver? ¿Can see it?
Todavía no.
A ver ahí. Ahora creería que sí, ¿no?
Ahora sí.
So, hi everyone. I'm Vani from Argentina. I'm going to talk in English to improve my English, but some things I'm going to start in Spanish because there are topics that I handle more better in Spanish. Since the age of 18, I have worked in a different type of organizations, such as companies in industrial park, in family company, in companies in the bank province of Buenos Aires. But the last year, I quit my job. Working in a bank here in Argentina is a good job, it's a comfort zone. But I quit because I feel that I have something more to give to the world. Something more that who I am and what I like. So I found Metanoia, a space dedicated to reinvent organizations toward their evolutionary purpose and accompany people in personal growth and transformation. Also, I taught class in a different universities here in Argentina. I'm a woman touchmaker ambassador too. I have a digital transformation, a master in digital transformation. I know that you can see in the slide, I prefer to talk another things about me, but that's me. I'm a girl guide too. So the organization has a living system, has a alma. Todas las organizaciones tienen alma, tienen un propósito de vida y cuando uno logra conectar con quienes somos y saber por qué estamos trabajando donde estamos trabajando, hay algo que nos empieza a motivar, hay algo que empieza a generar ansia. So Metanoia tend to reinvent the organization where decision making is given by purpose and not by profitability, ground or market share. So, ¿cómo escucho mi propósito, no? La vida está como avanzando hacia la plenitud, hacia la motivación, hacia eso que nos hace ser, y no podemos ignorar esa dirección, ¿sí? There are many organizations that ask people to do empty work, to be excited by narrow mind vision, to commit themselves to selfish purpose, to put their energy into egocentric impulses. So with this new paradigm, what we seek is to answer individual and collective question that what is my vocation? What is truly worth achievement? Estoy haciendo lo que quiero ser, lo que soy, hacia dónde voy, ¿no? So we have a mind, an emotional mind, intuitive mind, rational mind, and a spiritual mind. So metanoia go to a spiritual mind. El nivel de conciencia está cambiando y estamos buscando nuevas cosas, sentirnos útiles. Somos seres sociales y todos buscamos dejar un granito de arena. So, la conciencia va apuntando hacia estos puntos que Metanoia trata de despertar en cada una de las personas. Primero, domesticar los miedos del ego, desidentificarnos de nuestro propio ego. Cuando miramos nuestro ego con otra perspectiva, podemos ver los miedos, las ambiciones, ¿sí? Y buscamos minimizar esa necesidad de control, de vernos bien, de encajar en todos lados, ¿sí? ¿Qué es lo que reemplaza el miedo? La capacidad de poder confiar en la vida, las cosas que nos van pasando, ¿sí? Otro es buscar la rectitud como interna como brújula, ¿no? Cuando estamos funcionados con el ego, fusionados, nuestro impulso es tomar decisiones en función de los factores externos, de lo que nos va pasando, de qué va a pensar los demás, de los logros que tengo que llegar a alcanzar, ¿no? Y cuando buscamos el reconocimiento, el éxito, la riqueza, por estas trampas del ego, justamente nos ponemos como máscaras, ¿sí? Entonces, la invitación es buscar el giro de lo externo a lo interno. Che, ¿estoy siendo fiel con esta decisión a mí mismo? ¿Estoy donde quiero estar? Busco una vida bien vivida, pero desde la integridad y desde lo que soy, no desde lo que la sociedad pretende que sea. Otra, la vida como un viaje de despliegue, ¿sí? Cuando uno buscamos el amor, el reconocimiento, el éxito como forma de nuestra vida, y lo buscamos desde el ego, generalmente llevamos máscaras de otras personas o de lo que nos va pasando o lo que la gente pretende de nosotros. Con metanoia buscamos que sea una conversión de una expresión mucho más auténtica con nosotros mismos, ¿no? Vivir desde la individualidad. Construir sobre las fortalezas, cuando determinamos que para nuestras vidas, metas que están desconectados desde lo que somos, no nos detectamos sobre lo que somos, sino que vamos como desde una carencia, ¿no? Buscamos afuera lo que realmente está dentro. Entonces, con metanoia, a través de charlas, presentaciones y estos encuentros, buscamos poder mirar nuestras limitaciones y estar en paz con lo que vemos, con lo que somos, y hacer foco en nuestro potencial y no en lo que esperan los demás, ¿sí? Y lidiar con la adversidad de manera elegante. Muchas veces nos enojamos y nos da rabia con todo lo que nos pasa. Y nos echamos la culpa y nos da vergüenza y nos encontramos con emociones que nos desconectan de nosotros y de los demás. Poder ver esos obstáculos como una manera de aprendizaje es un ejercicio, ¿sí? Y también enseñarnos a vivir desde la sabiduría en vez de desde la racionalidad, ¿sí? Hoy, el mundo de hoy, o tomamos muchas decisiones en función de razonamientos lógicos, esto de llegar a un resultado, ¿no? Y dejamos que el ego ahí proyecte sobre nosotros. Cuando uno logra aceptar las verdades que nos pasan, que no nos gustan, que son desagradables, desde lo que sentimos y desde las emociones, podemos integrarnos, ¿no? Entrar en una coherencia. Y estamos buscando todos la lucha por la plenitud, ¿no? Trabajar, calidad de vida, disfrute. Solemos celebrar mucho la mente y descuidar el cuerpo. Valoramos mucho lo masculino, ¿no? Lo duro. Entonces permitimos estos espacios de comunidad y poder integrar al ego y todas esas partes más profundas de nosotros mismos, nos conecta con lo que somos, con lo que estamos, dónde estamos hoy, acá presentes en este encuentro. Y poder encontrar la plenitud con los demás, ¿no? Cuando nos enfrentamos a esto y aceptamos lo que somos, aceptamos el juicio de los demás. Desde la creencia de que estamos en lo cierto, ¿no? No queremos convencer al otro y corregirlo y tratar de convencerlo sobre nuestras ideas. Entonces podemos trascender el juicio y la tolerancia hacia los demás. Nos abrimos y entramos en una plenitud con la vida, con la naturaleza, ¿no? A veces creemos que estamos separados unos de otros o con la naturaleza misma. Somos una red que estamos conectados. Entonces, the goal is connect with our life purpose. Connect with the emotion, with the intuition, with the body, with the feminine side, with the capacity for connection and compassion, for love for ourselves, for others, and for the life that surrounds us. So a very little short exercise to you if you are in front of the computer. So let's reflect how we treat ourselves. See, that's how we treat each other many times, yeah? Me outside is, oh, I'm so happy. Yes, in Instagram, everything is okay. My life is so happy. But me inside is, okay, what I am doing, I hate me. Oh, no, me da vergüenza. ¿Qué hago acá? ¿No? Empezamos a hablarnos mal y empieza la rumiación y los escenarios futuros de todo lo mal que nos puede pasar. So a very little exercise. Imagine a loved one who suffered, who made a mistake, who is below performance standard, comes to you and say, I'm an idiot, what a bad thing I did. What do you say and with that tone of voice? ¿Sí? ¿Qué frases le darías a ese amigo que tanto querés y que hizo algo mal y está pasándola mal? ¿Sí? Si después quieren, escríbanlas. And now imagine that the one who suffers is you. Perhaps you hurt someone, you feel guilty, or that you are worthless, and you are ruminating. So think about what you say to yourself in those situations. Generalmente nos decimos palabras que no son las mismas que le decimos a un amigo, ¿sí? Entonces, anotar todas estas palabras para cuando realmente estemos mal y empezar a tratarnos con amor como a un ser querido, es como el camino para empezar a despertar, ¿no? Y dejar esa rumiación está todo el tiempo ahí. So, y another short exercise. Les voy a pedir que cierren sus ojos ahí donde estén y que choose a symptom that you have today or something that made you hungry or that made you feel bad these last few days, ¿sí? Algo que les haya puesto mal o un síntoma que tengan, un dolor que estén sintiendo ahora, en este momento. Y cierran sus ojos. Vamos a hacer 3 respiraciones profundas, inhalando por la nariz y exhalando por la boca. Les invito a que no les dé vergüenza, háganlo ahí donde están. Cierren sus ojos, inhalen por la nariz y exhalen por la boca. Imaginen ese dolor, sientan ese dolor, si hay algo físico, si hay un malestar de estos días, un enojo, una tensión, estrés, esa rumiación de la cabeza. Les voy a invitar a que vayan al pasado, cuando eran chicos, cuando eran adolescentes. How did it work in the same situation? That's what you learn. Imaginen esos momentos de cuando fueron chiquititos. ¿Qué fue lo que pasó? ¿Qué fue lo que sintieron? ¿Cómo accionaron? Eso fue lo que aprendieron. Les voy a pedir que hagan otra respiración profunda y abran sus ojos. Es muy cortita, pero así funcionamos, con muchas cosas del pasado que fuimos viviendo, que nos dolió, hicimos como un caparazón, y ahora en este presente podemos transformarlo. Podemos cambiar eso que tanto nos duele, ¿no? How am I going to act from now on? ¿No? That's all. The future belongs to those who believe in beauty of your dreams. So that's me, I'm Vani, this is Metanoia, and thank you for listening.
Very good presentation, Benny. I really like it, and also the time to breathe in, breathe out, to abstract from any ideas and modeling your brain. I really like it, and I just have one question. Well,
Yes.
in this world that is so agitated, in a fast-paced rhythm, how can I be myself? And I have a work environment that basically puts me on a path that I follow a mode like an autopilot. How do I get out of this trance if I'm already almost in my comfort zone?
Okay, creo que entendí.
Si no, yeah, I can translate it. So, una pregunta que nos llegó al interno, no por el chat, pero ahí por la comunidad, quienes están viendo la transmisión en vivo, preguntaban, ¿cómo puedo ser yo si tengo un mundo laboral que básicamente me pone en un camino que sigo en piloto automático? ¿Cómo salgo de ese trance si ya casi es mi zona de confort?
Justamente callando la cabeza, ¿sí? Cuando uno logra estar en silencio con su cabeza, digamos, y callar los pensamientos, empezamos a hacer y a conectarnos con nosotros. Muchas veces vivimos en piloto automático. Yo siempre pregunto, ¿quiénes se lavaron los dientes hoy lavándose los dientes? Y todo el mundo me mira como, ay, no, estoy pensando en qué voy a hacer mañana, en qué voy a hacer pasado, y todo lo que tengo que hacer y las tareas. Entonces, poder estar en el momento presente ya es ser, y poder bajar esos niveles de ansiedad, de estrés, con la rumiación en la cabeza. Cuando uno logra tomarse 5 minutos al día, se levantan 5 minutos al día, entro en silencio y empiezo a conectar con el cuerpo y no con todo lo que tengo que hacer. Vivimos en la mente. Y el trabajo es trabajo, pero primero estamos nosotros, tenemos que estar bien nosotros para poder trabajar. No podemos funcionar así en piloto automático como si fuéramos una máquina y que el trabajo nos lleve a eso. Sino que, bueno, ok, hago un freno, ¿no? Empezar a priorizarnos límites sanos para con uno y con el otro, ¿no? No todo se resuelve ya. Hoy la tecnología nos invita a eso, ¿no? A querer todo ya. Y a veces no es todo ya, ¿no? Poder ese límite y poder empezar a callarnos nosotros y conectar con lo que somos y lo que estamos haciendo es real, nos gusta, nos apasiona o estamos al palo y no podamos más y porque hay que hacer esto, porque hay que hacer lo otro. Bueno, ok, bajemos. Mi recomendación, 5 minutos, si son más mejor, silencio, conecto con el cuerpo, vayan al cuerpo todo el tiempo. La vara es el cuerpo. ¿Cómo me siento hoy?
Yeah. For anyone who doesn't speak Spanish, just to summarize a bit, what Bunny has said recently is basically just disconnect, put your mind away. So have at least 5 minutes per day, and try to practice these kinds of meditation so you can breathe in, breathe out, close your eyes, be in a space where you can be out of any kind of noise, and try to let your try to practice some mindfulness techniques. There are other techniques in the world, and yeah, they are awesome. Thank you very much, Bunny. Julissa, with you.
Thank you.
Muchas gracias por estar con nosotros, Vani. Nuevamente pueden ir a seguir a Vani. Vani también es Women Tech Maker de Argentina. Así que eso. Bueno, ahora muchas gracias, Vani, por tu tiempo.
No,
y vamos
gracias
a
a
dar paso.
ustedes por la invitación. Adiós.
Chao.
Chau.
Entonces, ahora vamos a dar pase a la siguiente charla. Hoy tenemos un comentario de Ítalo. Dice, gracias, Vani, sos capa. Tenemos a Jan Bernoy con nosotros. Así que, Jan, te vamos a dar el pase.
Hi, everyone. Very happy to be here. Thanks.
Yeah, nice to meet you, Jen. Again, we are looking forward to hearing to your presentation. Good luck, and this scenario is yours.
Thank you so much, Marlon. I'm going to share my screen. Give me a second, please. And we start. Okay. Give me a second.
No worries.
It's processing.
Okay.
Okay. Confirm, please, if you can see my share. Okay.
Yes.
Well, give me a second. Okay. Well, hi, everyone. I'm very happy to be here. My name is Jan Bernoy. I am a mobile engineer working, I think, in the last 7 years in the core banking. But I'm passionate about all AI-related topics. And first of all, I would like to thank the organizers for this exciting and amazing event and the opportunity to share this talk. Basically, this talk, I'll be breaking down some of the key concepts and sharing some exciting examples. By the end, you should have a good understanding of e-learning. That is the purpose of this talk. And so get ready for a trip to the future of technology, and welcome to practical application of deep learning. I would like to start with this question. I think it's very important. Have you ever wondered how computers can recognize faces in photos or maybe translate language in real time? Yes, the answer is deep learning. Basically, deep learning is a subfield of artificial intelligence that allows machines to learn similar to how we do through artificial neural networks. That is the most important concept in this. But Jambo, what is a neural network? So imagine this: you have a network of tiny computers called neurons that can talk to each other, and we give this network a challenge, right? And it tries to solve it, learning from its mistakes along the way. That is just like our brains, it's similar to our brains. It strengthens the connections that work and weakens those that don't. So this is the sense of deep learning, teaching computers to learn from data by mimicking how we believe the human brain might function. You can see a short example. Then when you have two colors, orange represents negative values and blue represents positive ones. In our visualization, data points start as orange or blue circles, and hidden layers have lines connecting neurons, basically, and blue lines mean the network is using the connection positively, while orange lines indicate a negative influence. And finally, the output layer shows the network predictions, and with the intensity of the color reflecting in confidence, right? But nowadays, deep learning transforming the world because it's radically transforming the way we live and work. From smartphone to hospitals, this technology is present in all areas of our life. Did you know that self-driving cars use neural network to make decisions in real time? Or maybe chatbots can hold natural personalized conversations? Deep learning is leading us toward a smarter and more connected future. So you can see some examples: Alexa, Siri, Google Assistants that basically use speech to text transactions. The assistants transform your voice into writing text, and deep learning allows the system to understand the meaning of your words, the content of your question as well, and the intention behind. For example, if you say, set an alarm for 5 a.m., the system understands that you want to set an alarm and at what time. That is the most interesting. Another example is when you use an online translator like Google Translate. You are using a tool based on deep learning. If you type the phrase "the last Yeti," the system analyzes the phrase and identifies the keywords and the grammatical relationships, and compares this phrase to millions of other phrases it has seen during its training, and looking for similar patterns. Creates a new phrase in the target language that has the same meaning of the grammatical structure. For example, the last Jedi, in French, it could be translated as le dernier Jedi, and is an interesting thing when you use a Google Translate, for example. Another example, everyone's here I know about Spotify or Netflix is part of our life nowadays, but both Netflix and Spotify have transformed how we enjoy entertainment because deep learning algorithms are the key. They analyze your viewing or listening habits, identifying patterns like, for example, your favorite genders and artists in the case of Spotify, comparing your preference to those of similar users. And this platform offers incredible personalized recommendations, helping you discover new favorites, of course. Another good example is computer vision. A self-driving car uses special computer networks called convolutional neural network, or CNN in English, to see the world. And this network analyzes image from the car's cameras, recognizing objects like pedestrians, other vehicles, and even traffic signs. And this information is vital for the car to make safe and intelligent driving decisions. And finally, I would like to share the future of deep learning and opportunities and challenges nowadays. And at the same time, I would like to share some of the key trends in deep learning. The first one is deep reinforcement learning. Basically, AI agents will learn to make optical decisions through interaction with their environment. And the second one, federal learning, that AI models will be trained on multiple devices without sharing underlying data. No? Improving privacy is basically to protect your personal data. No? And it's a mechanism more secure to use the models. No? And finally, deep learning is here to stay. So my recommendation is to learn more about this interesting topic that is a subfield of artificial intelligence. And remember that the knowledge is power. And thank you so much.
Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Sorry, I'm really excited. I really like the topic about neural networks, and yeah, your presentation talk about them really nice. Really like them. What do you think, Julissa?
Yeah, it's a really interesting topic because we can use it like Jen mentioned. We use Alexa or another AI assistant nowadays. So
Yes, deep learning is everywhere, in everywhere.
yeah. So has anyone a question? Feel free to ask through the chat or through the comments. Sorry. And if not, you can connect with Jan through his social networks, I think.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, there they are. So thank you again, Jan. Good luck on everything, and I hope you see you next time.
Yes, sure. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.
Bye. So it's time to give a warm welcome to Angelina Milare or Millare. Sorry if I'm pronouncing it word wrong, but yeah.
Hello, hello. Good morning.
Hi Angelina, how are you?
I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm great to having you today.
Thank you. Thank you very much. And I'm not seeing my slides here
Oh,
available. There we go. Oh, wonderful.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, yeah.
so
Fantastic. All right.
All right, Angelina. Good luck, and see you in a few minutes.
Thank you. Hello and good morning, everyone. My name is Angelina Milarier, and I am coming to you from Pasadena, California, USA. And the way I capture what it is that I do is I let people know that I help small to mid-sized companies do big things with emerging technology. And you can reach me at my socials. It's basically my first and last name at all of the socials. And so I am an AI strategist and a tech evangelist. And so what that means is by day, I help companies rapidly upskill using AI. So they go from ChatGPT users to AI builders in days. And while I'm super passionate about this work and the way that it's driving companies forward, the work that I'm most passionate about is working in my communities through organizations like Google Women Tech Makers, as well as creating series where I can support developing technology skills and career access to underrepresented communities. That's an area that I'm super passionate about because I believe technology opens doors and possibilities. And while I'm a hacker at heart and highly technical, my work sits at the intersection between high tech and hard tech. My journey in AI actually began in K through 12 education, where I was able to use this amazing technology to upskill and improve literacy with students and basically help bridge and close the achievement gap. And this really unlocked for me the power of AI to not only be used for a tool for business purposes, but also to unlock human potential. And as a multi-passionate person that wants to do all of the things, generative AI has just blown the roof off of that. So instead of talking to you today about AI, I picked the topic that I'm going to hop into in just a second because the same way that it's blown the roof off of our potential, it's also taken away a little bit of our security blanket in a sense because it's introduced a high level of uncertainty, which triggers our most base natural responses that basically make us pause and hesitate. And as we approach learning new skills, whether you're just learning AI or you're developing new AI technology, AI forces us into a space where we have to be able to approach things with a high level of uncertainty and to rapidly iterate through different potential solutions and maintain that momentum even in the face of sudden and potential failure. So the topics that I'm going to share with you today come from a book I'm releasing in the spring that basically are about how to hack that biology in a way to turn what we consider to be limitations into superpowers. So let's go ahead and dive in. So if you've ever been stuck or procrastinated, congratulations. Though it can feel like failure, it's actually biology. Your brain is doing exactly what it was designed to do, which is to keep you safe and alive. The amygdala deep in your brain is built to detect and respond to threats. So in prehistoric times, freezing in fear could save your life when facing a predator. But today, our brain doesn't differentiate between a tiger and learning a new skill. And that survival instinct, though well-meaning, actually makes uncertainty feel dangerous, even when it's not. So big goals or things that have too much complexity can trigger overwhelm. And our brains don't like tackling tasks where they feel like it's impossible to complete. So then instead we shut down. And this response, which is meant to conserve energy, actually ends up working against us. And the rapid pace of technology can feel overwhelming, not just learning the tools and how to master them, but also learning what does this mean in the work that we do? How does this change our jobs and our routines? This can lead to analysis paralysis, where we hesitate and we second guess ourselves, and we can avoid the very tools that could help us succeed. So just like a pinwheel needs only a small push to start moving and spinning, this Stuck to Unstoppable framework uses 5 simple science-backed steps to transform that fear into forward motion. And it rewires the systems that can keep us stuck, turning them into a powerful force for momentum. So steps 1 and 2 that we'll take a look at in just a second are just about that, getting into motion. Starting is the hardest part because the brain's survival instincts are working against you. And these steps rewire those instincts. And just like knocking over that first domino, it puts that flywheel into motion, giving you the energy to overcome inertia and take those first wobbly steps forward. Steps 3 through 5 are about staying in motion and building momentum. Starting can feel like an uphill battle, but staying in motion is about navigating the potholes and all the different things that can come up along the way. These steps tackle both the internal and the external factors that can slow you down and derail you, turning those brain functions from hijackers into hype men to keep that momentum going and growing. So let's take a look at step number 1. Step number 1 is about turning stop signs into questions. Instead of treating fears and unknown information and obstacles as dead ends, reframe them into a solution-focused questions. This disrupts the survival wiring and activates the problem-solving part of the brain. Often the first action that we take is more internal than external, just shifting your mindset from fear into curiosity and possibility. So our brains are wired for pattern recognition and problem solving. And by asking questions, what's happening is you're activating the prefrontal cortex, which drives creativity, planning, and logical thinking. And when you ask, instead of saying, I don't know this or I can't do that, what you actually do is create options that move you forward by activating this center of your brain instead of being stuck in the more fear-based one. Step 2 shifts your focus away from the end goal and towards the process. When you measure yourself against a big goal, you will always end up falling short or feeling as though you're falling short. But by breaking those goals down into small and achievable steps, you can create steady progress that makes action not only feel achievable, but inevitable. And focusing on the process works because it reduces the cognitive overload and activates the goal gradient effect, which drives motivation as you can start to see measurable progress. So those small, tiny little steps trigger dopamine that creates a positive feedback loop that reinforces action. And over time, you literally rewire your brain to associate progress with reward. And you're able to measure yourself from where you started, not towards where you haven't arrived just yet. Step 3 is about celebrating those small wins. And for this, progress is super tricky sometimes, is that it can be invisible. And when we're focusing on the end goal, it oftentimes does feel invisible. But by celebrating those tiny victories, you create that positive reinforcement that keeps you motivated. And this step helps combat burnout, builds confidence, and reminds you that every little step forward matters, even baby steps. And celebrating these small wins works because it causes the release of dopamine, which is the brain's reward chemical. And dopamine strengthens those neural pathways, making it easier to repeat them. And so this basically creates that feedback loop where success reinforces effort, helping you stay motivated and build lasting habits. Step 4 focuses on creating systems and routines. And this is my favorite because I get so super distracted. So if progress relies on willpower alone, it's so easy to burn out and lose focus. And systems automate those processes so that reduces the effort and decision fatigue that's required so that you can move forward consistently. And it basically helps make progress be a habit, not a struggle. So routines and systems work by reducing decision fatigue and the cognitive drain caused by making too many decisions. Our brains are wired to be super optimized, and so they like to conserve energy for higher level thinking. And research shows that building habits frees up mental resources, so progress can feel natural and sustainable over time. Step 5, this one may seem not obvious at the start, but one of the things that while our brains can imagine anything, sometimes they have trouble imagining things that they can't see. So step 5 is about building your catalog of confidence booster, or basically saving your receipts and proof of success. So this could be having notes about things that you've accomplished, solving a tough problem, completing a project. And if you don't have your own personal proof of something that you've achieved in a specific area, you can borrow some from other people's. But creating this catalog of wins basically helps prove to your brain that progress is achievable. It's like having a highlight reel to counter the doubt that could show up and to remind yourself that it is indeed possible. And this works because it rewires the brain against its negativity bias, which naturally makes the brain focus on failures. So reviewing positive evidence reinforces the self-belief and builds the emotional resilience. And studies show that confidence grows when progress is visible. And basically this allows you to turn this reflection into sustained tool for growth. Now, individually, these concepts may be familiar to you, or they may be even things that you've practiced individually. But when you combine them, you create basically a new underlying operating system that helps you unlock incredible momentum. This framework isn't just about getting started. It's about staying in motion and turning progress into an unstoppable force that is inevitable and habitual and automatic. And so just like there's more than one way to fish, this is one of the things that I absolutely love about AI. You can take these concepts, enter them into your favorite chat system, and basically add details like your context, like what are your available skills? How much time do you have? What money do you have? Whatever it is related to the goal that you're trying to achieve, you can take these steps, apply them by asking your favorite chat bot for assistance and breaking these things down and get a result that's custom to you. And in this way, you're able to have that extra super boost that's super custom and optimized just for you. So with the power of AI, you can turn your biology into something that is a superpower, not an obstacle. Thank you so very much for your time.
Really love your presentation, Angelina. And yeah, I was listening very carefully what you said about how artificial intelligence can how can we leverage them? And I was wondering, do you have any experience on neural processes? Because you talk about dopamine, how the brain works, and it makes me wonder about if you have any degree or studies about it.
Absolutely. So there's a couple that I mentioned during the talk that I also mentioned in the book, where it basically talks about how our brains are rewired, are wired for reward, and by hitting those dopamine centers, by having continuous wins, as well as showing that progress, that basically allows you to set that up for yourself. So you mentioned about the use of AI. As an example, for me, like I'm a multi-passionate person. I love to do so many different things. And you can't do all of the things all the time, but you can make tiny progress towards each of them. And so I like to apply these neuroscience concepts by asking AI, here's all the things I want to do. Here's my most important goal. Based on this, what can I get done in 10 minutes at a time? Take this thing, break it down for me, and let me know. And that's one way to use it. Another way is just helping me learn more about what it is that I don't know. So if you're feeling stuck and the brain is resisting because it doesn't like change and uncertainty, I basically use AI to overcome that hurdle by basically having it break things down to me in a way that I can approach. And so then I can start to tackle it bit by bit from my level of understanding at the moment. And I've been able to unlock concepts that were previously completely lost on me in this way. So that's how I use neuroscience and AI.
Yeah. We can leverage AI in that fashionable way. Julissa, do you have any questions, comments for her?
Yeah, sorry, I got a bit distracted with backstage stuff, but yeah, I have one. Angelina, what's one small habit we can start today to overcome fear and build momentum? Maybe you could share an advice with us?
Yeah, I absolutely feel like the step one is step one for a reason for me. And I feel like being able to turn that stop sign into a question is transformative. So let's say, for instance, like someone was talking earlier about quantum computing. That's something I've been curious about and I wanted to know about. And their talk broke it down really good for me. But if I was feeling like, hey, I don't know where I should begin to take the next step in my understanding, instead of saying, I'll get to that later, I don't know, I would start by turning that stop sign into a question by basically saying, hey, here's the talk that I did. I heard. It made me curious about these things. What can I learn next? Or what is the next step in this? Or here's what I know. Give me a quick breakdown and concise bullets of what I don't know and what I should take on next. And that's just, I'm riffing here on that, but you can optimize the prompt. But yeah, just that one skill to me that unlocks all the rest of it is don't get stuck. Turn it into a question, because you can then go with the internet and look up the answer or ask someone else, and you're never stuck.
Yeah, absolutely agree with you. Thank you very much again, Angelina. Nice to having you here. And for all the members here, you can reach out to her via social networks. And once
Thank
again,
you.
thank you.
Thank you.
See ya.
Bye.
Bye.
All right, Julissa, back to you.
Okay, so now we have another amazing speaker. Let me remove the Angelina screen. And we have Milby. Milby, can you hear us?
She's on mute.
Yeah.
Hi, Milby. By the way, you're on mute.
Yeah.
Is your microphone working well?
Let me ask through WhatsApp.
In the meantime, guys, I'm gonna go back to Spanish. Siéntanse animados de dejar sus preguntas en los comentarios. Las personas nosotros vamos a planteárselos, lo que nosotros podamos leer, transmitirlos a los speakers. Y bueno, también pueden contactarse con ellos por sus redes sociales. Vamos a dejar de nuevo por ahí en unos momentos el enlace. Hi, Melby.
Hola, ¿qué tal? ¿Cómo están? Mil
Hola.
disculpas. Tuve unos problemas con el internet, pero ya está.
No hay problema. Entonces, te damos el pase, Melby. El escenario es tuyo.
Muy bien, entonces voy a compartir mi pantalla. Me confirman si logran visualizarla, por favor.
Sí, se ve.
Muy bien, bueno, mucho gusto, gracias por la invitación, estoy muy contenta de estar aquí hoy. Mi nombre es Melby Ansieta, soy de Bolivia y hoy día les voy a estar compartiendo precisamente en el formato que ustedes tienen un tema que se denomina adaptación al cambio, cómo desarrollar una mentalidad de crecimiento en la era digital. Bueno, les comento que yo soy fundadora de una comunidad y también soy comunicadora y diseñadora gráfica, además de Women Techmaker Ambassador. Bueno, comenzamos. Uno de los principales tips, tal vez, para decirles que ustedes puedan adaptarse dentro de este espacio de lo que es la digitalidad y todo el cambio constante que estamos sufriendo en la actualidad, es tener muy consciente el hecho de que tenemos que cambiar, ¿no? No podemos estar ajenos a que el mundo cambia constantemente, cada cosa que surge, en realidad surge momentáneamente. Por ejemplo, estamos con la IA, en la época de la IA. Entonces, para nosotros tener éxito, tenemos que ser conscientes de que todo cambia, ¿no? No nos podemos mantener en una misma situación todo el tiempo. Otra de las cosas muy importantes dentro de precisamente adaptarse a esta situación digital es tener muy en cuenta una mentalidad de crecimiento. ¿Qué significa esto? Muchas veces nosotros tendemos a tener ciertas estructuras establecidas como personas y no queremos abandonarlas de pronto. Entonces, algo que les sugiero siempre es tener en cuenta una mentalidad de que tú puedes crecer mucho más, que puedes potenciar tus habilidades con esfuerzo, obviamente, pero siempre puedes crecer, ¿no? No te impidas el hecho de ir generando siempre nuevas habilidades, por ejemplo. Así entre nos, mientras les voy mostrando la siguiente o el siguiente tip en este formato, yo hace unos 10 años jamás hubiera estado en un mundo tech. Actualmente siempre trabajo con desarrolladores y también trabajo en el área de lo que es fomentar la tecnología en mujeres. Y eso no lo hubiera podido lograr si es que no hubiera tenido una mentalidad de crecimiento y si me hubiera quedado en lo que soy, ¿no? Como comunicadora y en los medios sociales. Otra de las cosas que es muy importante dentro de adaptarse y dejar atrás un síndrome de impostor es identificar tus fortalezas. Todas las personas tenemos fortalezas, todos nosotros estamos siempre dotados de una habilidad que el resto no tiene. Entonces, es muy importante que ustedes aprendan como personas a tener un cuadernito. A mí me ayuda a tener un cuadernito de apuntes donde yo pongo normalmente qué es lo que sé hacer y qué tipo de desafíos podría enfrentar con esta habilidad. ¿No? Cada uno de nosotros puede generar distintas cosas desde su ser individual y eso es muy importante. Otra de las cosas que también tal vez nos cuesta mucho es aceptar nuestras debilidades. Yo conocí muchas personas que piensan que son, bueno, en mi país se dice así, ¿no? Como la última chupada del mango, que sería que yo soy perfecto, ¿no? Pero no es verdad, todas las personas tenemos siempre fallos y hay que saber reconocer las áreas en las cuales no nos va muy bien. ¿Esto para qué? Para que una vez que yo reconozca las cosas que no sé, pueda ir generando nuevas habilidades de crecimiento. Como yo les decía, en un principio yo no sabía que era un lenguaje de programación, no sabía qué era la tecnología, cómo poder utilizar herramientas. Actualmente sé cómo es Python, qué es Notion, Firebase. Entonces, eso es aceptar mis limitantes e ir preparándome con el tiempo. Otra de las cosas que les va a servir siempre es establecer metas claras y alcanzables. Muchas veces decimos, no, mi meta va a ser un profesional exitoso. Pero para ser un profesional exitoso, tú necesitas definir objetivos específicos. ¿Qué es lo que vas a hacer para ser un profesional exitoso? Tienes que empezar a medir qué vas a hacer. Por ejemplo, yo les decía que yo no sabía programar. Entonces, si yo no sé programar, ¿cuál será mi primer objetivo? Aprender un lenguaje de programación fácil que tal vez se adecue a mis habilidades. Entonces, siempre hay que mantenernos motivados. ¿A través de qué? De cumplir nuestras metas alcanzables. Otra de las cosas que les va a ayudar mucho es salir de la zona de confort. Esto que les decía, ¿no? A veces tendemos a decir, lo mío es solo programar, por ejemplo, lo de los programadores, ¿no? Y de pronto resulta que tienes habilidades y cualidades de UX, ¿no? Y puedes ser fabuloso diseñando, pero no te has dado cuenta. Entonces, prueba nuevas cosas porque podrías generar habilidades que ni tú mismo te imaginas. Entonces, eso también es muy importante. Es muy importante también aprender de los errores. Los fracasos no son malos, sino son oportunidades para mejorar. Normalmente nos frustramos, pero en realidad debemos aprender de lo que nosotros hacemos y de los errores que cometemos para decir, ya la próxima lo haré diferente. Entonces, eso es bueno también. Siempre cultiven la curiosidad de ir más allá. Si alguna vez, no sé, por ejemplo, yo durante la pandemia he aprendido a hacer repostería. Y no tiene nada que ver con mis habilidades y mis cualidades como profesional, pero es una nueva habilidad que he desarrollado y solo por la curiosidad de hacer donas. Entonces, siempre busquemos nuevos conocimientos, así como que no sean parte de lo nuestro, pero que nos permitan generar nuevas habilidades que de pronto, en algún momento, también se puedan aplicar. Ser autodidacta o generar un aprendizaje continuo también es parte de el adaptarse a todos los cambios. Eso que implica que normalmente vamos a tener habilidades que se van a ir transformando, conocimientos que van a sumar a nuestro ser profesional. Entonces, siempre fomenten un aprendizaje continuo y constante, no precisamente con un mentor o algo, sino ustedes mismos como personas siendo autodidactas. Es bueno buscar mentores en el camino. Siempre hay una persona que sabe más que tú y también hay personas a las cuales puedes enseñar. Entonces, busquen siempre personas que les puedan contribuir en este proceso, personas que las pueden apoyar, darles orientación. Yo, en mi caso, he encontrado muchas personas de desarrollo que me han enseñado todo lo que sé ahora. Construir una red de contactos, de igual manera, es muy importante. ¿Por qué? Porque nos ayuda a crecer como profesionales. A principios podría ser que todos somos como una isla, ¿no? Y nos da mucho miedo hablar, conversar, pero sé que este tipo de eventos, por ejemplo, nos permiten generar networking entre nosotros y expandir nuestra mirada, ¿no? Por ejemplo, muchos me están conociendo hoy, yo soy de Bolivia y ustedes son de Perú, estamos cerquita, jamás nos vimos, pero ahora ya nos conocemos, entonces es una red más de contactos. Siempre es bueno desarrollar habilidades de comunicación, ¿ya? Siempre es bueno porque es esencial colaborarnos entre nosotros, hablar, charlar para solucionar problemas. Hay comunidades que te ayudan a, por ejemplo, programar, a salir de algunas dudas con respecto a un lenguaje y eso está súper genial, ¿no? Esto también nos permite crecer en este ámbito. Practiquen mucho el solucionar problemas. Creo que es algo muy crucial dentro de este aspecto, el poder nosotros solucionar problemas constantemente, desde los más chiquitos hasta los más grandes, ¿no? De pronto siempre me levanto tarde y me duermo. Entonces, ¿qué podría hacer para solucionar ese pequeño problema? Que tal vez me quita 2 horas al día, porque es tiempo que he perdido, que podría haber desarrollado algo más, ¿me entienden? Entonces, podemos siempre buscar con mente abierta soluciones creativas a todo lo que vivimos. Es bueno adaptar todo al estilo de tu aprendizaje. Esto es muy importante. Todos pensamos que todos aprendemos igual y no es cierto, ¿ya? Yo, por ejemplo, aprendo mucho con música. No me gusta estudiar con música, pero puede ser que a ti te agrade más lo visual, te agrade más el humor, aprendiendo. Entonces, tú tienes que adecuar todo lo que está a tu alrededor a tu estilo de aprendizaje, a cómo te gusta aprender. No te moldees según lo que hace el resto, porque si no te vas a frustrar, no todos aprendemos igual, entonces es bueno adaptar el estilo siempre al aprendizaje que tú tienes. Gestiona mucho tu estrés, es muy bonito tener un día en el cual tú tengas una capacidad de poder decir, a ver, un ratito, me calmaré, contaré hasta 3 y continúo. Entonces, muchas veces el estrés, si no lo gestionamos, lo que pasa es que nos frustra. Por eso es que se sugiere que ustedes como personas puedan desconectarse un poquito también, y eso viene con lo siguiente, ¿no ve? Que vamos a ver más adelante. El gestionar el estrés también es decir, un momento, respiro y luego continúo. De pronto me veo una serie una media horita para un poquito desestresarme y continuar. No solamente es trabajar, 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 porque si no, eso nos va a obstaculizar. Muy importante es que sepan celebrar sus logros. Siempre celebramos los logros de alguien más, pero nos pasa que a veces no nos felicitamos a nosotros mismos. No solemos nosotros motivarnos como personas independientemente. Y es bueno que celebren sus logros, porque si ustedes no los celebran, nadie más lo sabe. Entonces, por favor, aprendan a celebrar sus logros. Rodéense de personas positivas, siempre personas que les permitan a ustedes motivarse, influirles de una manera tan buena que puedan crecer en el ámbito que se están desempeñando. Y normalmente este tipo de comunidades nos permite eso, ¿no? Motivarnos, seguir adelante. Esto que les decía, ¿no? Desconéctense de vez en cuando. Es bueno descansar, es bueno recargar energías, es bueno darse un paseo por la naturaleza, y eso también nos va a permitir crecer. Sé paciente, no todos crecemos a la vez. Puede ser que alguien a tu alrededor ya consiguió el trabajo de sus sueños, alguien se ha casado y tú pensabas casarte, pero no te midas en función de los demás. Cada uno tiene sus tiempos y cada momento también para ti va a ser una cuestión de celebración. Entonces, no todo es inmediato, hay que darle su tiempito. Y finalmente, importante, inspirar a otros. Siempre es el motor de inspiración a los demás. Algo que decía un mentor que yo tuve en su momento es que uno aprende más cuando enseña. Y entonces eso nos permite a nosotros adaptarnos también al cambio, de ya no solo ser alguien que busca mentores, sino también inspirar a más para seguir el camino. Eso sería todo. Muchas gracias. Espero no haber excedido el tiempo.
No te preocupes, Melvi. Perdón, Yurisa, adelante.
No, sí, no te preocupes, Melvi. Estamos igual un poquito corriendo, pero está bien, la agenda se ha acomodado perfectamente para que todas puedan compartir sus charlas, así que está bastante cool. El tema está bastante interesante y bueno, nada que decir, que súper de acuerdo con lo importante de buscar un mentor. Y bueno, por cosas de la vida, ahí justo hoy lancé un post en mi blog acerca de la importancia de tener un mentor o mentorear para ayudar a crecer o para crecer un poco en la carrera en tecnología. Así que voy a dejar el link por el chat, por los comentarios, por si les interesa verlo. Marlon, ¿algún comentario?
No, la verdad, Melvi, me encantó las diapos, me encantó cómo plasmaste el tema. Muy bien, muy bonito, y espero que también a nuestra comunidad le haya encantado. Muchas gracias, estamos agradecidos por tenerte aquí.
Muchas gracias por la invitación y un saludo hasta el país vecino. Un abrazo.
Igualmente.
Muchas gracias, Melvi, cuídate.
Igual, chao, chao.
Chao. Bueno, siguiendo con la agenda, es turno de Joseph, así que le damos el pase, vamos a agregarlo aquí. Joseph, ¿nos escuchas?
You're on mute, by the way.
Joseph. Give me a minute, please. I'll be
Yes,
back.
of course. In the meantime, bueno, para todos los que hablan español, ahí hemos dejado en los comentarios el artículo de Julissa acerca de por qué deberíamos buscar un mentor en nuestra carrera en general, en nuestra carrera, y también fuera de ella.
¿Se me escucha?
Hi, Joseph. Yes, we can hear you.
Okay. I'm about to share my screen. One sec.
Yeah, sure. Go ahead.
Hi, Joseph, could you turn on your camera
Okay.
if it's possible?
Okay, I'm here.
Hey,
Okay, so the scenario.
it's yours, and good luck.
Okay. Okay, so hi everyone. Okay, I'm here. Where's my... Okay. Hi everyone, I'm Joseph Rodriguez and I'm about to share a presentation about MongoDB security. I'm excited to do this because it's my first PechaKucha. Well, let's start. I'm a student, almost 20, and this is my first time in a presentation, but well. Imagine one day after deploying your application for any purpose. Could be a university project, a startup, or just for learning. You wake up at 2 a.m., glance at the database, and see a single collection with nothing but a crypto wallet address. Sounds like a joke or already a threat, but it happens more often than you think. So let's talk about it. This isn't an isolated scenario. In recent years, poorly secure MongoDB databases were exposed. For example, companies held ransom and trust destroyed. For instance, a cyber attacker held almost 23K ransom and millions of user records were leaked due to misconfiguration. Last year, MongoDB held nearly 45% of the market share among non-SQL databases. Its key strengths are scalability, flexibility, and performance. These aspects make it the go-to choice for modern application handling large datasets. But with great power comes great responsibility. If not secured properly, this advantage could turn into vulnerabilities. Okay. I'm here. What about MongoDB security? One essential aspect is managing credentials. Authentication ensures only verified users can access the database. Authorization defines what action each user is allowed to perform, and encryption protects your data both at rest and in transit. So MongoDB is well known for being used in clusters, and we've heard about Atlas and so on. So how do authentication mechanism works in these clusters? Clusters authenticate with each other to ensure secure communication. Think of it as a shared secret word. If you don't know it, you can enter. If a node doesn't have the right password, it can communicate. That's how it works. So, first step when it comes to database security is understanding what are the most popular or what are the most common attacks. It's the first step toward prevention, right? For example, brute force attacks occur when attackers repeatedly guess passwords. In default configurations, attackers exploit database running on default ports or without proper authentication, right? And finally, encode injection or non-SQL injection happens when malicious data is sent directly to application, allowing attackers to gain access and execute unauthorized commands. Well, many MongoDB databases are exposed online due to weak or missing passwords. While it might seem fine for testing, many forget to secure them later. To prevent this, enable authentication, even in development. You have to do this in the MongoDB file. You have to add security authentication on in the MongoDB conf file and encrypt sensitive fields to protect your data. Data encryption in transit. Well, I love this topic. Data encryption in transit basically ensures your information is safe while moving between the MongoDB client and server. Using TLS or SSL prevents interception attacks by encrypting the communication, the direct communication. To enable this, again, you have to touch your MongoDB conf file and you have to activate the option, the required TLS, and specify the certificate and CA files. This forces all operations do with the database to use encrypt connections. Well, let's move forward. Role-based access or RBAC is crucial for for security in MongoDB. It basically ensures only perform actions and minimize accidental changes. Built-in roles like you see and read, write, or DB admin make it easy to assign permissions. In 2025, the 8.0 update improved this, offering more specific roles for modern applications. Another topic I love, queryable encryptions. This basically ensures data is encrypted before leaving the client, and it uses a customer master key to generate a data encryption key. This enables encrypted queries while keeping the data secure during transit, at rest, and will be in pursuit. But we'll have a detailed look here. Okay. The query is sent by the client and proceed through the MongoDB driver. Depending on where your database is hosted, this can vary. A key provider encrypts the query. The encrypted query is sent to MongoDB. MongoDB doesn't actually know the data. It simply results are returned. The MongoDB driver decrypts the data, and the final user sees the data in plain text. So it's very useful nowadays. Some basic but weak passwords are surprisingly common, especially those set during development. That's a dangerous practice. Here are 3 key points to say that. They are easy to crack. Weak passwords may be in a raw queue file, and MongoDB doesn't have limited items. Yes, this in 2025. The replication key file securely connects MongoDB nodes in a replica set, ensuring communication only between trusted nodes. Basically, it prevents unauthorized access and secure replication traffic. Okay, the backups. Regular backups are crucially for covering from attacks or data loss. Use point-in-time recovery to restore data to exact moment before an issue. Automating backups ensures consistent protection, and it's a practice that everyone should be doing now by 2025. Ensuring default ports like 27017 are easy target for attackers. So you should change the default port in MongoDB conf to make it harder for automated tools to allocate your database. Public access increases risk. So you should use the bind IP is an option in MongoDB conf again to restrict the access from local internal IPs and disable the unused interface to limit exposure. Okay, firewall rules. Think of a firewall as a guard controlling access. It decides who gets in and who stays out. Use access control list to allow only trusted IPs, leaving the port 27017 open, like leaving the gate wide for attackers, right? Okay. Excessive privilege are dangerous. So you have to follow the principle of least privilege. Grant the users only for access if they need. You should apply RBAC for granular permissions and audit roles to remove unused accounts, no? Right. Okay, the last part. Optimize queries to improve performance and prevent attacks. Indexes basically acts like bookmarks, so it speeds up queries really fast. And there's a method in MongoDB called explain that basically identify and speed up queries. Well, thank you for all your time and attention. I try to simplify these concepts I learned like in these months. Hope you learned something new, and feel free to connect with me afterward on LinkedIn. That will be everything. I don't know. Bye.
Hi there, Joseph. Yes, I really like your presentation. I've got some question. If you may respond. You talk about TLS, and do you know what TLS handshake is?
Sorry, I didn't hear the question.
Yes. Do you know what TLS handshake is?
Handshake is TLS handshake. I've heard before, but I've never researched about it.
No worries. It's a very deep concept, but okay, you got the fundamentals, and also you did a pretty good presentation and this PechaKucha, so really love it. Go back to you, Julissa.
Yeah, I really like your presentation. I'm totally agree with the concept or technique of at least privilege. Start with less and add more and more. Yeah, it's a concept we will apply in cloud and permissions and stuff like that. So I really like it.
Yeah. Thanks again, and good luck.
Okay, see ya.
See ya.
See ya.
Okay, Julissa, back to you.
Okay, so let me ping to our next speaker. Yeah.
So yeah, next speaker is not the Spanish speaker. It's not Spanish language speaker.
Farah is here. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Great.
Farah, hi. Can you hear us?
Hi everyone. Hi.
Hi. How are you?
Yeah, I'm good. Thank you. I hope you all are good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're doing great.
Okay. So you can start whatever you like it. So good luck.
Okay, sure. Thank you. Okay. Okay, can you see my screen, right?
Not yet. Could you share again?
Loading. Yeah.
Okay. Now, yes.
Yeah. Now we can see it.
Yes.
Great. So, hello everyone. I'm Farah Abdu. I am an AI engineer for more than 4 years now and an instructor for NLP, computer vision, and deep learning. I have a lot of experience as project manager, as a mentor for ML projects, and working with different companies. So today I'm going to let you know more about how to build interactive dashboards with Databricks. So what is Databricks? Databricks is actually a unified data analytics platform that is built on Apache Spark. Databricks is so easy to deal with. It's designed for data engineering, data science, and machine learning. If you are a team of engineering, you can just go to Databricks and try. All of you can have access to the same, let's say, the same workspace and work together. It can do some data engineering jobs, data science jobs, and real-time analytics as well. You can use streaming data processing there. It will be so easy for you. So this is a screen that you can see from a Databricks dashboard. You can build there an interactive dashboard like this. So its benefit is that it have real-time insights. So you can monitor any changing data. You can see if there is something wrong. You can deal with it. Also, it have add some AI lately, so it can help you to add some insights that you need, or if you are stuck in some place, you can use AI to help you to generate your, let's say, graph. The second thing, it have enhanced decision making, so you can visualize trends and you can do anything that you need. You can make the decision making easily for you and for the stakeholders as well. It is a user friendly exploration, so you don't need anything, just to jump right there and try it by yourself. You find that its interface is so easy, so you can deal with it easily. And the collaboration, as well as you have an option to join with all your team inside it and share the same data as well. So the use cases are the business intelligence, like sales tracking, like the something that we can see right here. Some operational monitoring, like system health, if you can connect it to a real-time data, let's say something like your Apple Watch. predictive analytics, like the trend forecasting, for example. So how to do all of this? You have an interactive notebook. The notebooks there is good because they can support a lot of language. So if you are a Python person or an R person, if you love to deal with SQL more, Scala, all of these can be run on the same notebook. Just make the percentage sign before them, and you like percentage and SQL. So you are now saying to the notebook that I am now entering some SQL code. There are Databricks SQL. You can direct querying on the data lake with built-in visualization tools that you can see, and it's a lot of options right there. There are integration with PI tools, so you can work with Tableau, Power BI, a Looker right there. It was so easy for you as a beginner to deal with this. Also, it provides some the ASC ID transactions, and you can handle your metadata in a scalable way. So let's say, like, if you need to build a dashboard, what is your step-by-step guide? So this for all dashboards that I have been dealt with through over my experience life in the field of data. So first is the data preparation step. So you just need to ingest and clean the data. You can do this in the Databricks notebook. Second step is that you need to make some data analysis. So you perform like the EDA or the exploratory data analysis with the SQL queries. Next, now you need to visualize this data, so you can integrate some PI tools or use the Databricks SQL. Then you need to deploy this. So just you need to share the dashboards, or you can schedule the updates. So let's see every one of these steps. So first one, we talk more about the data preparation. Data preparation is just making your data clean. So you have your data source, the sources you get your data sets from, like some data lake. Data lake is a place like a lake. It have all the raw data. It's not ready yet, so you can just have this data and start working on this. So you can have more cleaning data, more clean data, and more data ready for the visualization. The next step is the data cleaning. So you can handle the missing values, if there are duplicates, if there are outliers, all of these can be handled here. Then the data transformation. So you create your pipelines using PySpark, which is the thing that we use in Databricks the most. Why? Because it have a lot of benefits, and you can work faster with it. So we can know that Python is working slower than other languages, but if you use PySpark, it's a lot faster. The next step we talked about was the data analytics. So we here use the EDA or make some EDA, which is conduct some summary statistics and visualize the data distributions, perform some SQL queries, and have more operation on your data set, like performing some aggregations, filtering, sorting on the data set. There are some advanced analytics that you can make, like implementing machine learning models for predictive insights. Visualizing tools in Databricks can be, as we say, like if you can use Databricks SQL, you can see the screen on the right. So in the screen on the right have some snippets of the SQL that you can add on Databricks. And you can see, right, if I'm here selecting some of my data, you can see the raw result right here. You can see the catalog, which is part of the building blocks in Databricks. You can also integrate it with BI tools like Tableau and Power BI or Looker. The last step is deployment and sharing. So here we export the Databricks as PDFs. Let's say I need to share it with other people, or you can embed them on the applications. Next, you can schedule refreshes. Like if I need to deal with live dashboards, I need to see real-time data. I need my database to be active all the time, and access controls. So you set the user permissions and implement some rule-based access controls, so you can control all what happen on our workspace. So what is the best practices in the design? You can see like before and after here. There's so differences that you can notice. So the data governance, you need to ensure the quality and consistency with control, with access control. You need to have a look at the performance optimization and utilize that Delta Lake, optimize the queries so it will be efficient. You need, of course, to make sure that you can handle and have a good design for the user experience. What are some advanced features that we can talk about? First, the real-time analytics. So process streaming data for live insights. Some collaboration tools. So if you have used Colab before, you can notice that we can share our notebook with other people outside. So you can share your notebook and you can find that other people can enter your notebook and edit on it. You can do the same in Databricks. You can add comments, of course, for your team. You can use the ML models and integrate it for predictive dashboards. So I will not take a lot of time recapping. You can just search for Databricks. Databricks is in AWS. If you are dealing with Azure Cloud, you can find it there. If you are dealing with Google Cloud Platform, also. So it is hosted actually in a lot of cloud platforms. So recapping, you can notice that it's a powerful platform. You can build your interactive dashboards, and you can provide the real-time insights, some advanced analytics. You can use the AI to build your dashboards as well and help you in creating some documentation about that, some filtration and whatever. So next time and next step, you can do is just explore the documentation and start building your first dashboards. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Farah. Nice presentation about artificial intelligence. I was wondering, how long have you been working on AI?
Yeah, it's more than 4 years right now.
Oh, that's nice. That's nice. Have you had the opportunity to apply it on your work, on your daily job?
Yeah, I'm actually building tools. So building tools using platforms like, let's say, Databricks, or building tools with the cloud was so helpful in the development of my field and my careers as well. So I recommend that to everyone else.
Yeah, really love it. Julissa, you have some comments?
Yeah, I'm curious. Maybe Farah, you can answer me. What makes Databricks dashboard different from other tools?
Okay, so from my experience, I have worked with, let's say, Power BI, Tableau. Let's say if I'm working with something, I need a lot of work to do. If I need to clean the data, if I need to make some data modeling, if I need to make some differences, like it needs a lot of work to do. But Databricks was so easy for me to handle this quickly because they have an assistant which is so good. You can just, like I was asking, can you do for me a graph, a pie chart, let's say, for my sales in the last year, and compare the months with each other? It just generated. I don't need to do anything else.
Wow, that's impressive.
Sounds amazing.
Yeah.
So maybe we can try it.
Yeah. So Farah, thanks again, and for everyone, you can reach out to her, like on the comments. You can see where are the agenda for this presentation. Thanks again, Farah.
Thanks, Farah.
Bye.
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 Okay, Julissa.
Ok, bueno, ahora tuvimos a Farah y ahora la siguiente charla, revisando la agenda, tenemos a Luz que nos va a hablar, Elizabeth, que nos va a hablar sobre algo bastante interesante. Así que, Luz.
Hola.
¿Sí?
¿Me escuchan?
Sí.
Voy a presentar
Your screen, yeah.
Bueno, igual si tienen dudas, preguntas, comentarios, pueden hacerlas a través del chat. Recordarles que en el link de la agenda pueden revisar cada charla que hemos visto el día de hoy. Pueden hacer clic en la descripción, ver los speakers, sus redes sociales, conectar con ellos. Seguramente estarán encantados de responder dudas, preguntas que puedan estar teniendo sobre el tópico que hayan presentado. Así que ahí, para que lo tengan en cuenta.
Yeah, you have the comment on the comment section. Yes, there it is, and you can reach out to any speaker you want to talk and maybe make connections. So feel free to ask your questions here on the comment section.
¿Me confirman, por favor, si se puede ver?
Debe estar cargando porque todavía no lo vemos. Mientras va cargando, quizás voy mostrando lo de la agenda para que puedan verlo por ustedes mismos. Entonces, si van al link que les presentamos, van a ver cada charla que hubo. Y, por ejemplo, vamos a la de Jan Bernoy. Entramos aquí, va a cargar un ratito, nos da el título, la descripción sobre lo que vimos. Y si le damos clic sobre el nombre del speaker, podemos ir a ver aquí su LinkedIn. Entonces, podemos ir a conectar con él, hacerles preguntas y demás. Lo mismo para las demás charlas. Creo que ya estamos listos.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Pues.
Yeah, sure. So once you enter the link on the comment section, you'll see the schedule we have today. And if, for instance, you click any of the titles of any of the presentations, you can see the summary for this presentation, for instance, and then you click the name of in this case, Jan, and you can see their LinkedIn icon there. You can click it, and then you can follow him and reach out to him.
Thank you, Marlon. So I think we are ready with Elizabeth.
Re fanática de él. Entonces yo le había contado que tenía un novio que se llamaba Facundo.
Bueno, para empezar, hola, ¿qué tal? Me presento. Soy Elizabeth Bravo, soy abogada, soy conciliadora. Y ambos estudios me han podido hacer percatar de que en la vida es muy esencial, primero que nada, el saber comunicarnos uno entre otros, y segundo, aprender a documentar toda información que recibimos e información que damos. Ello mismo porque estamos en un mundo en el que documento pesa más sobre la palabra. Entonces, dentro del ámbito laboral, esto es mucho más importante aún. ¿Okay? Porque este es un ámbito que rige día a día con nosotros vivimos prácticamente trabajando, y por ello mismo es que necesitamos saber cómo es que podemos defendernos frente a los quizás maltratos de nuestro empleador. Entonces vamos a empezar primero definiendo lo que es el derecho laboral. El derecho laboral viene a ser el conjunto de normas que van a regular ante todo la relación entre un empleador y el trabajador. Este va a regular la relación laboral desde su inicio hasta que concluye, ya sea por jubilación, por término del contrato o por despido de algún tipo de causal. Entonces, entendiendo que la relación laboral inicia con el contrato, primero vamos a definir lo que es un contrato. ¿Ok? El contrato es más que nada la materialización de la relación laboral y el acuerdo que han llegado el empleador y el trabajador. En este tiene que estar bastante definido lo que vendría a ser primero lo que va a hacer el trabajador. Cuál va a ser su función, cuál va a ser su cargo, cuál va a ser su remuneración, cuál va a ser su periodo laboral, porque existen distintos tipos de contratos. Están los contratos que son a plazo indeterminado, que no tienen un periodo exacto de conclusión, que pueden hacer ya sea verbales, porque como estos vienen a tener sin una fecha de caducidad, pues tú trabajas para esa persona hasta que ustedes decidan. O al plazo fijo, que vienen a ser más los contratos de locación de servicios, en los que tú vas a la empresa a trabajar por un hecho en específico, por una necesidad en específica y por un tiempo en específico. Entonces, frente a eso, tenemos que conocer los derechos que nos acogen a nosotros luego de haber firmado el contrato, ¿ok? O luego de haber llegado a un acuerdo laboral. Dentro de estos está primero la formalización de la relación laboral, y esta se estipula a través del contrato. Ya, el contrato viene a ser, como ya les mencioné, la materialización de lo que es la relación laboral. Y como tiene que ser formal, tenemos que tener en cuenta que este debe de cumplir con todos o con todas las indicaciones de ley. Tiene que tener en cuenta que tienes que tener la CTS, la asignación familiar, las gratificaciones, las vacaciones, tu descanso, si es que vas a tener utilidades, si vas a tener algún bono, todo lo que la ley exige siempre y cuando esté establecido dentro del tipo de contrato. Luego, el registro en planilla. Esto tiene que hacerse ni bien el día que tú ingresas a laboral. O sea, si bien tú puedes firmar el contrato en cierta fecha, tu inicio a laborar es otra fecha. Cuando tú ingresas a laborar en la empresa es que a ti te tienen que hacer el registro de planilla y tú como trabajador tienes que asegurarte de estar registrado en esta. ¿Esto por qué? Porque muchas veces han habido ocasiones en el que uno deja de laborar en una empresa y hace su cálculo de la liquidación, como todos, ¿no? Que sabe que, bueno, yo trabajé aquí cierta cantidad de años, yo ingresé en tal fecha y haciendo yo mi cálculo, tengo que tener tanto dinero. Pero ¿qué pasa si es que el registro en planilla demuestra otra cosa? Tú has podido haber ingresado quizás, no sé, en marzo del 2020 y tu planilla registra otra fecha. Entonces, tú y tu cálculo no van a demostrar lo mismo que lo que va a demostrar tu liquidación. Ahora, el periodo de prueba. Muchas empresas tienden a tener este tipo de periodo para después formalizar completamente el vínculo laboral. Pero ¿qué pasa con estas empresas? De que a veces abusan de que una persona no sabe cuánto es el periodo establecido para los tipos de cargos. Y hay un trabajador sin alguna cargo especial o a un cargo de confianza, a veces le dicen, bueno, vas a estar en prueba 1 año y después de esto vamos a ver si vamos a formalizar el contrato contigo. Cuando no tiene que ser así. El periodo de prueba máximo para un trabajador que no es de confianza solo es de 3 meses. Un trabajador de confianza sí tiene un plazo mayor a este, que son 6 meses. Y claro, también existen los plazos de periodo de prueba de 1 año, pero solamente cuando son trabajadores que vienen a tener cargos de dirección. Y este periodo de prueba viene aparte del contrato. Además, el tener nosotros establecido cuánto es el periodo de prueba nos va a dar y nos va a generar de una cierta forma estabilidad laboral. Porque si mi empleador viene y me dice, bueno, sigues en periodo de prueba, te despido. Y estás en periodo de prueba 6 meses. Eso es ilegal, es contra la norma y afecta tu derecho. Entonces, tú ya sabiendo que tu periodo de prueba es 3 meses y a los 6 meses te dicen, bueno, yo no quiero que trabajes conmigo, entonces tienes que exigir que se cumpla el proceso legal para el despido, que te manden una carta con un mes de anticipación para que puedas dar tus descargos y que en todo esto el motivo del despido sea justificado. Otro punto que tenemos que tener en consideración es la asignación familiar. Y esto viene muchas veces, se omite el revisar las boletas de pago, porque uno asume que el empleador me está pagando la asignación familiar porque es ley. Pero después percatas de, no sé, 3, 4 meses, 5 meses, en muchos casos, hasta que te jubilas y empiezas a revisar tus boletas, que no te pagaban la asignación familiar. Entonces, importante en nuestro ámbito laboral es revisar nuestras boletas y revisar que la asignación familiar esté consignada dentro de nuestra boleta. Ahora, ¿cuánto es lo que me tienen que pagar por asignación familiar? La asignación familiar está establecida por ley en el 10% de una remuneración básica vital. Esta boleta es una del 2022. La asignación básica en ese tiempo era de 1.250 soles. Entonces el 10% vendrían a ser 102.5, o me parece que era 1.025 soles la asignación familiar. Ya, esta asignación familiar se va a ver modificada siempre y cuando exista un convenio laboral en la empresa. Es decir, la empresa tiene su sindicato, el sindicato tiene la mayoría de trabajadores inscritos en esta. ¿Y qué hace el sindicato? Bueno, ve que la mayoría de los trabajadores tiene una carga familiar importante. ¿Ya? Entonces, ¿qué va a hacer? A son de luchar por los derechos de todos, como es la función del sindicato, llega a tener un convenio colectivo que va a afectar a todos y aceptan que la asignación familiar sea del 15%. Entonces, la asignación familiar ahí va a verse modificada. Y ahora, ¿hasta cuándo tengo yo derecho de recibir asignación familiar? Siempre y cuando tengamos hijos propios o adoptados y estos sean menores de edad, puedes tenerlo, pero la ley también te permite tú exigir la asignación familiar si tu hijo tiene mayoría de edad y cursa estudios universitarios, ¿ya? Pero esto solo hasta los 6 años posteriores de tener la mayoría de edad, es decir, que podemos exigir la asignación familiar hasta que nuestros hijos tengan 24 años, tranquilamente. Ya, ahora, las horas laborales. En esto viene también mucho que ver el contrato, porque por ley uno no puede trabajar más de 48 horas, pero yo puedo acordar con mi empleador, no sé, trabajar 10 horas al día y a la semana trabajaría 4 o 5 días máximo, sin exceder las 48 horas semanales, porque muchos exigen trabajar solo 8 horas diarias, pero a veces eso no se acomoda al ritmo de vida que tiene una persona u otra y por eso mismo los contratos varían entre una persona y otra. Ahora, si es que tú decides trabajar el día 12 horas de 8 a 8, está bien, pero tienes que tener en consideración que no puedes pasarte de las 48 horas semanales. Ahora, podrías tener este límite como un plus con las horas extra, pero siempre y cuando tú y tu empleador hayan llegado a un acuerdo previo. Para tú solicitar horas extra y trabajar más de 48 horas semanales, lo que hace el empleador primero es hacer un registro de las horas que tú vas a laborar extra para que después lo pueda sustentar con el órgano supervisor. Porque si después viene el órgano supervisor y percata de que tú trabajas más de las 48 horas, implicaría una sanción para tu empleador. Que lo que menos queremos es que se sancione el empleador por culpa de uno y esto va a generar en posterior un ambiente laboral un poco tosco, hostil o incómodo incluso. Ahora, la gratificación. Todos, como sabemos, tenemos derecho a la gratificación 2 veces al año. Una en julio y una en diciembre, ¿ok? Ahora, ¿cuánto es mi gratificación? muchas empresas suelen dar de gratificación medio sueldo, cuando lo que tienen que darte de gratificación es una remuneración tuya. Ahora, el pago de la CTS. La CTS, igual que la gratificación, se recibe 2 veces al año, pero a diferencia de la gratificación, esta se recibe en mayo y en noviembre. Y ahora, muchos en este tiempo tienen un problema con respecto al pago de la CTS porque el empleador hace un cálculo y tú haces otro. Entonces, ¿quién está bien y quién está mal? Legalmente, el cálculo de la CTS se hace en base a tu sueldo fijo o a tu remuneración mensual más 1/6 de la misma. Todo esto multiplicado por los meses en los que tú has laborado, dividido entre 2. Entonces, si ponemos más o menos un cálculo en 1.000 soles de remuneración básica, ¿ya? Entonces, 1.000 soles serían 1.000 soles más 1/6 de esa, que vendrían a ser 166 soles aproximadamente. Entonces, eso es por 12, por quizás has trabajado un año, o si has trabajado 6 meses, lo multiplicas por 6. Y ya, en este caso vamos a multiplicarlo por 12, y entre 2 saldrían 583 soles, lo que te tendrían que dar de CTS en mayo o en noviembre, en el caso en el que hayas empezado a trabajar después de mayo.
Perdón, Elizabeth, disculpa que te interrumpa. No sé si te falta aún mucho para cerrar la presentación, disculpa.
Sí, un poco.
Ok, ¿sabes? A ver si puedes hacer unos minutos.
Ok, voy a resumir más entonces las...
Ya, ok, gracias.
Acabo solo con los derechos. Las vacaciones remuneradas. Esto es que todo trabajador tiene el derecho, después de haber laborado durante un año en la empresa, tiene 30 días de vacaciones remuneradas. El descanso semanal remunerado, igual, si es que tú decides trabajar las 48 horas a la semana, eso no implica que vas a trabajar los 7 días, porque no se puede, no está permitido, y tú no puedes renunciar a este derecho de descansar un día a la semana. Sí o sí tienes que establecer tus 48 horas dentro de 6 días. El pago de las utilidades. Esto sí tiene que tener un poquito más de perspicacia, porque no todas las empresas te pagan utilidades y tampoco todas las empresas generan utilidades. Y todas las empresas que generan utilidades tampoco te van a dar esto, porque necesita cumplir con ciertos requisitos. Y dentro de uno de estos es que sean más de 20 trabajadores. Si tú trabajas en una empresa que genera utilidades, pero son 10, no vas a poder exigir que te paguen las utilidades. Pero si es una empresa grande y son más de 20, estás en todo tu derecho de solicitar que te paguen las utilidades. Ahora, después de los derechos, existen principios que rigen al derecho laboral. Voy a señalar solo los 2 más importantes ahora, porque creo que el tiempo es justo. Y uno de estos es de la primacía de la realidad. ¿Por qué? Porque bien yo puedo ver en mi contrato reflejado una cosa. Me han contratado a mí por una necesidad de 6 meses y este contrato me lo vienen renovando por muchos años. Yo ya estoy más de 5 años trabajando acá y sigo trabajando en contratos de 6 meses a 6 meses. Nunca me ponen en planilla, nunca puedo gozar de los beneficios necesarios. Entonces, ¿qué permite este principio? Al ver que tu contrato de necesidad es una necesidad a plazo indeterminado, hacen que tu modalidad de contrato a plazo fijo se cambie y puedas ingresar tú a un nuevo régimen laboral. Y por último, el otro principio que me parece que debe estar bien considerado por todos es el de igualdad del trato y no discriminación. ¿Esto por qué? Porque muchas veces las personas trabajan de lo mismo, hacen lo mismo y en las boletas vemos reflejados distintos montos. Muchas veces esto se da en los casos más de mujeres que trabajan en el mismo rubro que los varones o en la misma empresa, teniendo yo a mi colega que hace lo mismo que yo, mi sueldo como mujer es distinto o es menor al que recibe. Entonces, este principio me permite exigirle a mí a la empresa a que me pague lo que me corresponde. muchas veces también nosotros en son de querer ayudar al jefe cuando te pide, haz por favor esto, por favor haz esto más, que no está dentro de tu contrato, pero viene a ser también dentro del cargo de otra persona o una persona con un cargo mayor al mío, y empiezas a hacer tú quizás trabajos de un cargo que no te corresponde, entonces puedes exigirle tú también a que te modifique el contrato y te ponga la categoría en la que te mereces y el sueldo que te mereces. Con eso estaría terminando.
Muy buena presentación, Elizabeth. Gracias. Siempre el derecho laboral aquí en Perú es algo que a veces descuidamos la mayoría de nosotros y la verdad es bueno que todos tengamos este conocimiento. ¿Qué opinas, Yulisa?
Sí, muchas gracias. Sorry por la interrupción, más que nada porque estaba corriendo contra el tiempo, pero nada, está bastante interesante, así que para los que son de Perú, si tienen dudas, consultas, ¿dónde te pueden encontrar, Elizabeth?
Yo ahora trabajo para un estudio jurídico, se llama Proyección y Consultoría Empresarial, y este tiene redes sociales, pero usualmente atendemos por el número que es el mío. Se los dejo luego por ahí en los comentarios también.
Ya, está perfecto. Pueden buscar a Elizabeth y eso. Muchas gracias por tu tiempo y por compartirnos esto que, bueno, de seguro les sirve a muchos de los que están aquí en Perú laborando.
Gracias, Elizabeth.
Gracias.
Cuídate.
Bueno.
All right, Elisa. Well, it's time to wrap up this whole event.
Yes, let me share my screen again, I think. I'll switch to Spanish again in order to para que Marlon traduzca, así que teníamos una charla más por parte de Jacqueline, pero tuvo problemas de conectividad, así que nos pasó su presentación para que la puedan revisar. La voy a dejar por el chat también.
All right. So we have planned another presentation, but the person has had some problems with internal problems, technical problems. So she shared his work with us, and we're going to share it with on public in a moment.
Yeah, you can find it in the comments. It's the presentation from Jacqueline Salazar, who prepared an amazing slides about Power Automate. So maybe we can have her in another event.
Yeah,
in person or online. Yeah.
Yeah, we can have. We were really happy to have her in another presentation. Yeah, and you can see the her slides on the comments. So check that out.
Okay, so entonces para continuar, bueno, para quienes no nos conocen, somos una comunidad aquí de Perú. Si bien el formato ha sido un poco diferente porque estamos mezclando un poco de inglés, español, es más que nada para dar la oportunidad de practicar, dar un espacio para que todos puedan practicarse inglés, mejorarlo. Muchos trabajan con el idioma día a día ya que estamos como en tecnología. Así que nada, si te gustaría ser parte de una próxima edición, pues escríbenos por nuestras redes o mantente atento a ellas porque probablemente vamos a estar lanzando próximas convocatorias ya que como vieron esta es la segunda edición. La primera la tuvimos en una versión en persona, o sea en un Meetup todos juntos y también fue un evento bastante interesante. Por eso, Mark.
Yeah, so we are a community, a development community based in Peru, but you can join us, and this is an invitation for any person outside of Peru, inside in Peru, and you can support any work that we do. For instance, weekly we have some some slides, some work that we share online, and we can we can do it in Spanish and also in English, so that's not inconvenient for to join. And feel free to reach out to Julissa and me, and we'll be able to answer any question you have.
Yes. Oh, we skipped this. Okay, so it's time to talk about our upcoming events. So, el siguiente evento que tenemos nosotras es una simulación de entrevistas. Así que si estás interesado en practicar para un puesto que estás buscando o quieres poner a prueba tus habilidades técnicas, simplemente porque quieres medirlo, te animamos a que te registres en el formulario que ves en pantalla. Igual puedes encontrar el link en nuestras redes sociales. Y bueno, puedes aplicar no solo para el rol de ser entrevistado, sino para entrevistador, si sientes que es el momento de ya tomar este desafío.
Yeah, so this is the upcoming event, as you can see on the slide. This is mock interviews that we hold, and in this case, the idea is to practice your English skills. As we all know, English is a language. It's an omnipresent language. So join in, sign up for this event, and we can see you there.
Okay, so en marzo, en conmemoración al mes de la mujer, igual vamos a tener una serie de charlas, así que los invitamos nuevamente a estar atentos a nuestras redes para que puedan, a todas las chicas que nos están viendo, puedan aplicar y dar sus charlas también en ese espacio.
Yeah, and in March we have the Women's Day talks, this presentation. So again, stay tuned because you will be amazed at that presentation. And also, if you want to contribute as a speaker, I think you can join in. Yeah.
Y bueno, un evento más de una comunidad en la que algunas de las speakers que participaron hoy, que es Women Tech Maker, todas las embajadoras de Lima, estamos organizando otro evento en marzo también, así que para los que son de Perú, Lima específicamente, pueden encontrar o pueden registrarse. El evento va a ser en UTEC. Y para los que no son de Lima ni de Perú, pueden buscar el International Women's Day en su ciudad o país, que este es un evento global. Así que eso.
Yeah, so, and also this is an event, well, this is particularly for Lima or people that is going to come here to Lima. This is an upcoming event, the Women's Day 2025 event. So they're going to be amazing talks. And also you can apply as a speaker. So you have the link there. We're going to put them on the comments also. So yeah. And I think that's all, Julissa.
Yeah. I lost the connection a bit, but that's it. So thank you everyone for joining us to this midday event maybe, but yeah, that's it. So bye-bye.
See ya.